But I had a feeling you needed me.
You can just jump in whenever you want.
But I had this feeling since you are the love of my life that I needed to jump in just to say, have a good show.
Thank you, Gator. That's real sweet of you.
Thought you would love that.
Gator, what are your thoughts on Gator?
I love Gator. He's a cool dude, man.
No, I was asking Gator.
I love Gator.
Oh.
But I love Gator.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, what's there not to like? I mean, come on.
Not as much as I love you, Fudd, but I don't know if we want that coming out on a podcast.
That hurts,
shit,
man.
That's right.
Told me. I
That's
think
right,
we found
we're
your
recording.
intro.
That really hurts, man. What the
What
hell?
about me, man? You didn't say it.
Oh, yeah, Hazel's in here. Forgot about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hazel. How are you doing?
What?
Hey, Hazel.
You forgot Hazel was in here? And you think Gator's mean? Oh, my God. How could anyone forget that Hazel's in here?
Mm-hmm.
Hazel, can I just say, you're looking strong today, dude.
Hold on.
I try. I worked out just
You
for this
succeed,
podcast.
brother.
Hey, I did 10 push-ups before we got on the show.
This isn't
I ate
about
Chick-fil-A before I came in.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 66 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that talk about all things in the Destiny universe and interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. All of this while trying not to take ourselves too seriously and having some fun along the way. I'm your host, the Gator. And my co-host, Hazel, is here as well tonight. How's your week been, man? I haven't seen you.
Yeah, that's a theme. Work's been pretty much kicking my ass. I'll be taking on like 4 new people and trying to get them up to speed and putting everybody else. So yeah, and then there's a whole other issue going on too. So I'm desperately gonna start looking to get the hell out.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it could be worse, I guess. I don't know, but it could be.
A lot of irons in the fire. I got you, man.
Ah, yeah, man. And, besides that, daughter's good. She's been playing Pokemon, and wife's been obsessed with Pokemon. She started flexing some Pokemon knowledge, and pretty fun to laugh at her.
Did she catch them all?
She's trying to, damn it.
Okay, got you.
She's putting in the effort. So, and then, I'm in a couple games here and there, which we'll get into later.
Cool deal, man.
What about you, man?
It's been a good week. It's fucking hot, man. 90 something today. It was just crazy hot. I'm so over it, man. This is the time of the year where we need to start getting some nice weather, and sounds like I was looking at the weather prediction for the year. We're in El Nino, I guess, which means we're going to have a warmer than usual winter. What else is new, right? So, guys, he's back. He's back, gang. The myth, the man, the legend.
Back again.
The waist down.
Again.
It's ElmmerFudd. How you doing, man?
Hello, friend. I am fantastic, brother. How are you?
I've been looking forward to this all day, man. So good to hear from you.
You sound amazing tonight. I want
Thank
to
you.
say that.
Thank you,
You
sir.
sound healthy. You sound refreshed. Did you take a nap?
I took some vitamin B12. I mean, that's what us old guys got to take. Stuff
I don't
like
know what that is, but I'm sure it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's a vitamin. It has to be good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, guys, just a quick overview of tonight's show. First, we're going to catch up with Fudd here and see what's going on, how life's treating him. Hazel's going to go over the TWAB for this 19th week of Season of Arrivals.
Wish we were over. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, T-minus 3 weeks, gang. 3 weeks until the Beyond Light. It's coming. I'm telling you, 3 weeks will fly by. And we're going to have opinions on the TWAB and the upcoming Beyond Light, so be prepared. Finally, we'll answer questions from our community and add 2 songs to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. Hey, Fudd, did you know we're award-winning now?
I did. I sensed it. In
Good deal. Good deal, man. Well, speaking of music, drop the music. No, you can't do that, man. You cannot do that. Cannot be boring. I forbid it. Oh.
Watch me.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, hey.
I'm great. Thanks for asking. I've been playing some games.
Fudd, how you doing, buddy? How's life treating you, brother? Everything going good over there in Denver? Denver, Colorado, somewhere over there? We'll say quote,
yeah, dude,
Denver.
I know you were complaining about your heat wave, but we actually had a cold front come through. I got to deliver mail in my hoodie today, and it made me so happy.
Oh, man.
I still had my short shorts on and my hoodie on, and oh, man, that was a good combo.
Nice.
So jealous.
That's my favorite weather. October is like the best month to deliver mail if it's not a political season.
Well, what about February?
February's okay. That's when I don't know, did you see that picture? I think I put it on Twitter last February. When I got hit by that ice storm and my beard was like frozen solid.
No, I remember that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was February.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a rough time.
Oh my God.
I wasn't wearing the shorts that day.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what games are you playing? This is so cookie cutter, man. What the hell? Come on, help me, Hazel. Come on.
I was actually going to ask another question about him being a mail carrier.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah. So, what's the craziest thing or something like that you've seen? Anything?
Oh, you want that story?
Yeah.
All right. Craziest thing I've had happen to me while on the job. I delivered mail to this apartment complex for like a year, right? I assume you guys know what express mail is because you're adults.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was really worried by that pause.
I'm doing audio settings while we're talking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I had a big express envelope going to this guy in my apartment complex, and I need a signature. So I go up to his door, knock on the door. Right. The man swings the door open. He's like 60 years old, like 300 pounds. There's candles lit all over inside his apartment. He's wearing a robe, and it is wide open, and that's it.
Was he invited?
He opens the door.
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
He opens the door, and he goes, "Oh, wrong person," and slams the door shut. I'm like, can I sign this for you? Just hear his voice out of the door. Yo! So I signed it and slid it under his door and walked away.
Oh God!
Yeah, so that was fun. I don't know who he was waiting for, but he was ready.
Oh my God, man! Well, hey, what's COVID life over there like right now? Is it everything shut down over there? I mean, in Florida, we're just running everywhere, man. It's just like everything's normal. What's it like over there in Colorado right now?
Yeah, everyone's really good with the masks and everything, and only having a certain number of people in places and whatnot. But
right.
The big issue we're having is everyone's going up to the mountains and not picking up their garbage. And so it's just like, there's just pictures and news articles going around of just how much trash is all over our campgrounds. And
really,
they're going to have to start charging for all these free campgrounds or more, and actually having security running, which costs us more to do because people can't take care of themselves and ruin it for everyone else.
Brother.
Yeah. And our whole state was on fire last month. That was pretty great.
Were you part of the big California fires? Or was this something separate?
No, we had Colorado actually, fun fact, Colorado actually catches on fire every year as well.
Really?
But yeah, we had record-breaking fire. Like we had, I can't look at the statistic right now because the power of the internet is too much work for me right now. But our record for like the most acreage burned in one like fire had held strong for like 20 years, and that super broke this year. Devoured it, chewed it, and spat it out. We were breathing in smoke for we're still breathing in smoke, but yeah. I mean, it wasn't as bad as, someone's baby reveal, but it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I feel for you guys up on the West Coast. It's just bad right now. Hopefully it's getting better.
Can you imagine being that kid when he grows up, though? When he gets older and they learn about that fire in history class, and he's like, that was my parents. For me. Can you imagine that? Growing up knowing your gender reveal caused that fire. Think about it. Put yourself in his shoes.
Food for thought.
I call him Sparky.
Oh,
Yeah.
too soon.
That was a really awkward pause, and I feel really weird now.
Well, and at least that one guy that you
Anyway.
that answered the door for you didn't ask if you wanted a tip.
Yeah, right? Oh, boy.
Oh.
I'd have ripped open mine and said just and walked in.
Wow.
All right. That's 2 pauses for me in less than 2 minutes. I'm killing it tonight.
Gator.
So, thank you all for joining us.
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Guardian Downcast. I'm ElmmerFudd. You can find me on Twitter.
Sorry, man. I'm just a little drained today. A 90-degree weather just soaked me. It just took all my energy out tonight. I'm sorry, man. I'm
changing my name to 90-degree weather. I'll tell you what.
oh, God. Well, Hazel, you have something you want to ask him? Let's see. Let's ask a few more questions here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go for it.
So, how did you find this community?
Which community? Your community?
All this,
like that, well, Destiny's community.
This big ass community of all these Discords. I mean, we have Dad's Tales, we got Guardian Hub, we got.
Sorry, my wife walked in. I apologize for. I caught that's a third silence for me in 4 minutes. It was my fault that time.
Okay. Oh, don't worry. I edit out all the pause breaks. Don't worry about it, man.
No, keep those in.
Okay, for fair comical effect.
Well,
all right.
well, yeah. Like if there's no breaks and I just suddenly say that was an awkward pause.
No,
it's
no.
gonna sound really weird.
Oh no,
what I mean?
I listened through it. Trust me.
All right. Yeah. I think I told the story on here, right? No, I guess I haven't told the community story here. Yeah, when Destiny 2 was getting ready to launch, I was really interested in learning everything I could because I had gotten into Destiny at launch, and then kind of fizzled off, and then came back hardcore at the end. And I was like, I want to know everything, and I actually had no idea what a podcast was. I didn't know what streaming was until right before Destiny 2 launched, and I went on the internet and I was like, news on Destiny 2, and I think it was Destiny Down Under, I think, was the first one I ever listened to.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, this is a really cool format to get your news, and these guys are hilarious and have my exact humor. And then from there, I learned that there actually was this huge community because I'd played mostly solo or with 1 or 2 friends all at D1. And I was like, what's a Discord? And dove in and learned everything and started meeting people and playing with them. And it's, you guys know how addicting it is once you figure it out. You just can't stop.
No, you can't. I get it, man.
It's like
Twitter and
all that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about just a few years, how so much of this is a part of my life now that I had no idea what it was just a few years ago. It's really crazy to look back and think about.
I do that too. I mean, we've only been doing this a year. I mean, you've done it a lot longer. And I look back at when me, Hazel, and Easy were talking about considering doing something, and we were just dabbling with it. And look at us now, man. It's just crazy.
Look at you guys.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, I'm curious. Let me look at something. Just because you said I've been doing this longer. Hold on.
Oh, we know you have.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Videos. What do you know? Almost exactly a year ago was the last time I recorded my podcast.
Been a whole year? Okay.
Yeah, it's been a whole year. Can you believe that shit?
Gee whiz. Oh. But how long you been, streaming and doing podcasts? I mean, you've been doing it a lot longer than us. I mean, you have a lot more experience under your belt.
Oh, I wouldn't go that. I think you 66. I think I finished at 89. You're almost there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you'll be passing me, and then I'll be looking to you.
You were also guests, though. I mean, you did the what was the song with JC Jesse?
Oh yeah, I hope you fuck forever. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
That's a soundbite.
Enjoy it, cherish it, crave it. But,
I will.
I forgot the original question because I got into this rant about how you guys are definitely experienced.
No, Hazel's asking you how you ran into this community. I mean, for me, it was Dad's Tales. That was the gate for me to come in and find out about all these guys. But what community was the gate for you?
I believe, let's see, the first community I joined, because I'd listened to Destiny Down Under, but I didn't really join their community. I'd listened to, what's the one that had Pope Bear and all them? What was that one called? Destiny Community Podcast. DCP.
The DCP, the Destiny Community Podcast. I listen to them all the time.
Yeah. Tefty Teft over there was the first person I ever actually watched on Twitch.
Really?
When the first stream I pulled up, I'd listening, and he obviously he has an incredible voice, right?
Sure.
And I really liked, how he brought up his points and how he talked and everything. And so when he plugged Twitch at the end, I was like, I've never heard of this, ever. And so that was my first time as I clicked his link when he was live one time. And I was like, oh, shit, this is really cool. Watching the chat and him talking about it and just playing games and everything going on. And I was like, oh, my God. And that's what started that whole journey for me. But, and that was like, what are we, almost 3 years ago?
Gosh, man.
Hold on.
Awesome.
They're on
really easily.
They're on episode 200 and something. So, yeah, they've been doing it a long time too.
I've been streaming since October 27th, 2017. Oh my God, later this month is my anniversary.
Well, that's right.
I'm glad you had me look that up.
Yeah, man, you got to get on this, man. Come on.
2017.
I'll be there. 17th. Wait a minute, that's tomorrow.
No, 2017 was when I started.
Okay.
October 27th. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
I'm really glad we had this talk because I would not have planned something because I don't remember those things.
Well, you can thank Hazel. That was his question.
Hazel, thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
You are the best, dude.
Hey,
I keep telling
anyone
Gator
told you that
that
today?
but Gator never tells me that, but I keep
What?
telling him I'm the best. He just doesn't believe me.
I thank him every night before we log off for the show. Oh my
What
God.
can I say except you're welcome?
You know what? That's getting recorded tonight. Our sign off is getting recorded. I'm going to make sure everyone has proof that I say thank you, Hazel, for podcasting with me tonight.
Yeah, but saying thank you and he's the best are two different things.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Moving on.
Fudd, are you going to get Beyond Light next 3 weeks?
Made it so awkward so many times tonight. I'm really sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all right. I'll fish through all this and I'll make it all
I make it
sound
awkward.
good.
Make it awkward anyway. Don't worry.
He does. He does. That's true. You getting Beyond Light, Fudd?
That's the September release, right?
Well,
September, November.
November 10th.
December, January 21, and
November 10th is when it's coming out.
yeah, that's the next big launch, right?
I mean, it's really Destiny 3 or Destiny Online or whatever. It's not really Destiny 2 because we're having to basically delete the game and re-download its new game, this new iteration. So it's Destiny
Which is
3.
still called Destiny 2.
Yeah, so
he won't give me any credit. He won't give me any credit. Don't worry about it. It's all right. You know what though? I've got another stream of thought tonight. I'm not going to bring it up till after the TWAB, but
I know what he's going to say. I saw it. The minute I saw it, I knew it. I already saw Gator writing down what he was going to say and everything.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if you're on track or not. Luke Smith did come to me in a dream.
Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll pick it up. I want to, it looks great. I'm always interested, but
right.
I came back a year after the moon launched, right?
Right. Shadowkeep.
Yeah. And super lost. I finished the moon campaign and then I didn't know where to go next. And this is all on me. I don't know where to go next. The game did a really terrible job explaining where to go because your powerful engrams, though none of those existed.
Yeah,
until you reached a certain threshold or something.
They're always moving. They're always moving the target. I know. It's
yeah, but none of those activities exist. The weekly activities didn't exist anymore once I finished the moon campaign.
Yeah,
because I was in this weird power level, I guess, where nothing of that stuff popped up. So I had no idea what to do, and so I just ran around aimlessly and then stopped. But I'm sure if I figured out what I was supposed to do, I might keep going. But
that's funny. I was listening to Potato Thumbs podcast this week, and Cliff, he was saying, "Well, I did log on last week, but I didn't know what the hell to do, so I just played Haunted Forest and went to bed." Yeah,
absolutely. It's really confused, and I know this next launch they're completely revamping the new player experience, which is awesome.
Yeah, they are. But you're not a new player
at
though.
Moment in time, yeah, that's true. But at that time, there was nothing telling me where to go. And like, there was no quest item, like no blips on the map with a new quest. I was like, I literally have no idea.
What if they they realize you haven't logged in such a date, and they have an information sheet saying, here's what's changed since you were here last.
That'd be so awesome.
Well, why couldn't they do something?
Oh, I would love that.
They do it every week. Every week they're like, okay, we got Triple Infamy this week, and Triple Infamy. We got the whatever that thing is called, the Flashpoint. It's going to be on Titan this week. They fill you in every week. Why can't they, since when you're coming back and post a sheet saying, here's what happened last season, or here's what's new this season.
It's like something really small that once I clicked on it, I was like, oh, this makes sense now. I just couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. That's the biggest. My buddy, Guns of Paradise hasn't been back in ages, and he says, I don't know what to do. I log in, I don't know what the hell to do,
It's very overwhelming because there's just so much in the game, But hopefully they fix that with this next big launch and their revamp.
Yeah, I hope so.
I was listening to the Guardian Hub, and they were talking about it, and about how, what is his name, Shahan or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be out there guiding new Guardians and things like that.
Yeah.
I had a thought. I was like, what if they just throw everybody into Beyond Light as a new Guardian, basically? You still have all your same stuff and everything like that, but they still put you in that introductory mission anyway.
Right.
I mean,
makes sense.
What's it going to hurt? I mean, to the degree. So.
These guys going for the raid race. That's wasted time, brother.
Those guys.
They're gonna blow up the internet.
You can at me on that one.
Well, we'll talk about that in the TWAB, but that was in the TWAB this week. But so how was your? I know you do. I know you do COD and Apex tournaments, and you do a lot of shout outs and stuff for that. How's that going, by the way?
It's going it's going really good. It's so much fun to do. We just had an Apex one this last weekend, and that it was the day mailing ballots went out in Colorado. I don't know about those.
Oh yeah, I just got mine.
It was a rough day. I didn't get home till like an hour into the tournament.
Oh no.
It was, oh God. But so someone in the community, because they're community tournaments, which is great, he jumped on and he did his own shoutcast until I got online and was able to set everything up and go live. And then he switched over to me. And then so I was able to do the last hour and then do some interviews at the end, and then brought him in to talk about what he saw. And,
awesome.
We all chose MVPs and everyone's hanging out and just chatting. And it's super fun. The Discords are always active now. For a long time, it was just like people join, they post their scores and they leave.
Right.
Now we have people that stick around. They kind of talk to each other. We have some people that have met each other. Some of the teams lately have been like, oh, my team can't make it now. And someone else is like, hey, just come jump in with us. We see you playing in these tournaments all the time. And so like people are starting to meet each other and create new teams and their own player base out of these tournaments. And that's always what I've wanted. It's super cool to kind of watch that part finally coming true.
Yeah.
That was the 14th Apex tournament we just did.
Wow. So how many Call of Duty ones have you done now?
Not very many. We started that one way late. Let me check it right now.
Okay.
I have this up.
Yeah, I was just in your Discord. 5. I mean, 5. Okay. Yeah, your Discord's popping, man. Every time I jump in there, I have to catch up. I have to say, oh crap, 50 plus messages. Okay, here we go.
And that's like the Apex one and the Call of Duty one are two separate Discords.
You know what? I jump in about once a week just to say hi to Bees.
Yeah, she loves you so much.
I know. I can feel it. I just
feel it, right?
I'm like the fake gator that she likes. She really likes me. She does. That's that internet feel.
It, right?
I can feel it. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put up, man.
It's pretty cool, man. I it's funny. I would watch Netflix Party with you guys, and she was like, she was just giving me shit, man. I'm not used to getting shit thrown at me all the time, and damn, there's a soundbite. Anyway, yeah, I love Bees, man. I know you said she was pretty quiet at first, but she's really been involved in your Discord and stuff now. I love it, man. I love seeing that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool watching, and and this is. I know we had a really good conversation about community and like Discord communities and stuff last time I was on, but like she is just the definition of that. It's like having someone come in. I think she joined the community like 2 years ago.
Wow.
And would just kind of post something every once in a while and jump into chat on Twitch, and then like watching her kind of slowly, like we did probably 3 months of movie nights before she actually finally jumped in voice. And then now she's always like, what's the movie? What are we watching? And she's the first one to voice, you know. And like Among Us is huge right now, so we've been playing that a lot.
Right.
And so she's always jumping in there and playing and talking, and like just once she opened up, she's just super involved in everything. And it's like it's so fun to like see someone, you know, open up from being a wallflower and just dive in head first. That's always been there, you know.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I like that stuff. It reminds me of our Discord. You know, we have various people that pop in and say hey, and every morning usually there's a lot of people that are chiming in and seeing how things are going. So I love that part.
This is fun to jump through and catch up on, though. I do enjoy like
I do too,
I'm not
man.
super active chatting in it, but I usually go through and kind of see what's going on, because usually there's like I'm not currently playing Destiny, but like
Yeah.
you guys get into some in-depth talks, and it's really fun to watch that.
We can. It just depends on what people want to talk about during the day. But that's what I've always wanted with this Discord, is just people to come together and just talk, see how things are going on, and go from there. So, hey, you know what, guys? We haven't done this, Hazel. We haven't done this in like 3 or 4 weeks. Why don't we go around the horn and around the table here and see what everyone's been playing and gaming? We haven't done that. And you know what we're watching, because I got a ton of stuff to talk about that I want to recommend to our listeners out there. And Fudd, obviously you're our guest host. Why don't you start out, man? What have you been playing and gaming?
Brother, I would love to answer that question. Do you want me to start with gaming first? Or you want me to start with watching? Because usually I have nothing for watching, but I actually do.
Well, you have the floor, man.
Okay. No, so me and my wife have actually like decided we need to just schedule a night where all we do is just watch stuff together. Or like we always say, like, well, after we get everything done tonight, we'll sit down and do that, you know, and that never happens until
Right.
you actually physically plan it. So,
Right. Especially with kids.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
so we recently, I think last week or the week before, we finished Cursed on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, how
It was
was it?
really good. We really liked it. Some of the CGI is like, I think they went to maybe like a high school class or something. We're like, hey, your class project is to get this effect done for us. But you know, it kind of reminded me of like, you know, the old like the Hercules show and Xena Warrior Princess. You know, how, like some of that was really cheesy.
Yeah.
But like I kind of dug it because it was, you know, no one does that kind of cheesiness anymore in like a fantasy show.
It's that cheesy sci-fi stuff. I got it.
Yeah, yeah. So I really dug, but some of it was like really well done and very deep, and dark. But it was a really good show. We got super into the story. The season ended on like 5 different cliffhangers, and we're like, no. The last episode, I literally jumped out of bed and was jumping up and down, hollering. It was pretty great. Anytime I can suck you in like that, it's a good day. I said in, not off, Hazel.
Oh, my bad.
He goes there. Don't worry. He just goes right to there.
He can go there anytime he wants.
I'm 12 years old.
And then you what?
That's a soundbite as well. I got so many sound bites tonight, man.
Oh God.
I'm going to have a great collection by the end of the year.
But and then me and my wife, we just started Brooklyn Nine-Nine finally.
Oh, that's a great show.
Yeah, we've always wanted to. We just never, because it was one of those shows where like we knew we'd like it, and so like I was like, you can't watch it without me, and I couldn't watch it without her, so we just have never seen it. So we just sat down and we're going in it, and God, that is so fucking funny.
That's the problem when you watch things together. Sometimes you're not on the same page, and we finally finished The Boys season 2, but we had to finish Parks and Rec first. Parks and Rec. I mean, think how long we had to go through all those. And we finally were able to see The
like
Boys.
9 seasons, right?
It's crazy, man. I did finally finish it. It was really good. Really great ending. But what else? What else you been watching, man?
Mostly that's it. Besides like the movie nights and whatnot. But
Well, I know you're streaming. What are you streaming these days?
yeah. So I don't. You guys probably heard Genshin Impact like took over the gaming world by storm out of nowhere. That's been super fun to kind of play. I dig it because it's, you know, there's a co-op function to it, but it doesn't unlock until you're like a higher level.
Really?
And so there's a lot of like, it's mostly a single player experience, but it's done in a way that's it's a nice, like, I'll play it when I have a little bit of time, but I don't feel pressured that I have to grind it out, you know? And so it's like a super cool, like, I'm just going to sit down and just run this direction on the map, and stuff just kind of happens. And before you know it, it's been a couple hours.
Really?
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I got some upgrades and leveled up and stuff. This is sweet.
Now, Des the Raven would call this a gacha game. How is this a gacha game? I mean, is there
gacha game?
He says this is a gacha game. That this am I saying it right? Gacha? Gotcha?
Geisha?
No, not geisha.
Gotcha or gotcha.
Yeah. He says something about you have to you buy characters or something. It's like a gambling. You gamble a little bit in it. Is that? Am I off here?
Yeah. So there's, as you do the story, you get characters that have their own abilities, and there's like elements and stuff.
Okay.
And there's this thing in the game called Wish, and like with different currency, I guess you can like buy.
I see.
Like a chance for like a cool weapon or a higher level one of these characters, which you can spend money on, but everything you need is in game. I've unlocked like 7 characters and opened hundreds of these packs, and I've never spent $1.
Wow.
So
okay.
If you just play and grind, like you can just get everything. But I mean, there's definitely people that are like, I spent $4,000 and didn't get what I want. Well, sir, you're a moron.
Yeah, you need to not have money.
But again, I'm not like super like end tier kind of, world bosses and shit. So maybe when you get to that point, it's like there's not enough in-game stuff to get what you need. But right now, where I'm just kind of casually, I just barely unlocked co-op, and everyone else was there like a month ago. So like for me, I'm like, oh, ba-doo, I'm getting free stuff,
I've heard this game made multiple millions over one weekend. It's a free to play, but of course people are going to spend money. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you say you've been playing Among Us, I heard? Yeah,
I've been playing a little, not as much as other people, but I've been playing a little bit Among Us. I really like it. It's like, I know people that can sit there and play it for like 4 hours straight. I'm like, after about 4 rounds, I'm like, I had a ton of fun, but I think I'm good till tomorrow or another night. I just can't do it all the time.
Hey, Hazel, you've been playing this too, right? Among Us?
Yeah, I've actually gotten to the point now where I'm watching it on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, just because it's so much fun to like just watch people like murder other people and then just blame somebody else. And
it's a great stream game.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching, I think it was last night, maybe. It's like Pokimane and Orps and a couple other people, and
Courage and all them. Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, Courage. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
It was so funny. Just because, I mean, everybody has their own tells, and it was just so much fun to watch. And then, I mean, I love playing it too. And one of the greatest ones that I played was I was the imposter, so I was murdering people, and I pretty much just say, hey, like it wasn't. It wasn't me because I'm with these people, and they were like, yeah, he's with us. So they just kept like voting everybody else off instead of me, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is fun. And then I ended up murdering the last person right at the table in front of the other person,
and won the game.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Man.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, the other night, my wife actually, she wanted to play with us for the first time, so she downloaded on her phone. And so she was sitting on the floor behind me over here, and me and her both were the imposters one game.
Nice.
And it was so, because the game ended, and everyone's like, you guys were talking the whole time. That's not fair. And I was like, honestly, like, listen to this. This is what happened. So we both became imposter. We both just giggled, right? We didn't actually say, oh, here we go. We're in the same room with each other, and all we did, it was silence until one of us would murder someone. You just hear... we just start giggling, and then the other one would giggle because they killed someone. And then, like, she couldn't figure out how to unmute her microphone on the phone. So every time the discussion came up, like, she sounded super innocent because she's just like, I just can't unmute, was all she's saying the whole time. And, and a lot of people discovered I'm really good at lying, and it makes them very angry. I have some friends I've had for a while that are like, I didn't know you're really good at lying, and that terrifies me. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of true.
We won that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of true colors. I bet it comes out. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible, and that's another reason I can't play too long, because it's like
you're an open book
game, but you get to a point where you're like, I just actually really hate you right now. I need to step away before I never talk to you again.
Oh, this is awesome.
But we had another game where I was the imposter, but my wife wasn't, and the other imposter killed her. And like the discussion thing came up, and I just went around one by one. And I was like, "Hey, Mitchie Slaps, did you murder my wife?" And just like went in a circle, and everyone just felt so guilty until someone sounded super guilty, and everyone just voted them off. And I just did that every time until I won, and it was like, yes,
Human lie detector. I love it.
it was it's fun for those moments.
Yeah. Anything else, Hud?
Yeah, and I've been diving back hardcore into World of Warcraft again.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Now, is that a game? Is that a game you can just jump in and just start playing, or is it like Destiny where you have to figure out what's up?
It used to. I'm really glad you asked that question, Gator.
Okay.
It used to be like that, and as of Tuesday, they just so the next expansion is launching later this month or early next month, one of the two. And so like the pre-patch came out on Tuesday, which did all the a bunch of changes coming to the game. The level cap used to be 120, and they squished it down to 60.
Okay.
So that's a less intimidating number for people trying to start the game. And also saying I have to level to 130 when the next expansion comes out sounds ridiculous, right?
Right.
So they squished the level cap. They put in a new starting zone because when a lot of people would start playing World of Warcraft, it puts you at the beginning of the game, which came out in like 2006. Wow. So it looks terrible. The quests are hella boring. And anyone that tries to start is like, this game is dumb. Like, why would you want me to play this? Not knowing that at the end game, it's so good and completely different than what it used to be. Mm-hmm. And so they put in a brand new starting zone that's like a story on a separate island that new players can go through, and it teaches them everything they need to know about the game.
Hell yeah.
Updated graphics, updated quest types. There's a mini dungeon in there to teach you how dungeon mechanics work. All sorts of different quest types. There's a legit quest in there that's voice acted, where it's like a one-on-one duel where the other person with the abilities you have tells you exactly which abilities to use in what order and when to use them, so you know how to play your class.
Gee whiz, man.
And then once you leave that zone, they now have it where you can choose, you can walk up to this NPC and it'll give you a list of every expansion that's come out, and you can choose to just level to cap in whatever area you want. Instead of having to work your way from the bottom to the top, you can come out at level 10 of the starting zone and be like, I want to play the newest content and level up in that so I can stay in what looks like new content, and just boom, you're just over there.
Does it delta when you go in the new areas that are maybe, so you basically adjust to your level when you're going through the world?
Yeah, everything scales to you. And like,
that's great.
I was like level 20, and I did a dungeon right before I put my daughter to bed before the show. And like, I was in there at level 20. There was another guy in there that was like level 32, another guy in there that was level 50, and all of us were scaled differently, but fluidly through the whole dungeon. And I'm like, this is really cool. So basically, like, I mean, when the next expansion drops, there's a shit ton of content for Endgame, which is super exciting. But the biggest thing was revamping it for the new player experience to bring new people in and not have it intimidating, easy to get into, easy to level. They said it takes like 50% less time to get to level cap than it used to.
Nice.
So it's just like, if it's a game you've been interested in trying, like, this is the time to jump into it, because it's built from the ground up to be a welcoming experience for a new player.
You know, I hope at least one Bungie employee listens to this podcast and hears that, because that's what they need to do. No, you just mentioned it earlier. That's Bungie's problem. Is this game has been going on for 5 years now, right? And it's some people, you know, trying to jump in and get into it's very intimidating. It's the reason why I didn't get into World of Warcraft. My son had all kinds of characters all leveled up and stuff, and I never would go in. I tried it one time, and I was like, okay, I got to go kill rabbits? Okay, fine. Let's go kill rabbits. And then it was so slow, such a slog that I lost interest. Never came back.
Yeah, I hear you. And that, you know, and like the thing that some people don't get is like the questing experience, or a lot of the end game stuff is like, a lot of it's voice acted now. There's cutscenes or cinematics.
That's great.
Anyone who knows Blizzard knows their cinematics are just on another level.
Right. And that's a subscription service still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And that's not going away. So I know that's the other thing that really breaks people. But I mean, like, it doesn't bother me, but that's because I've been doing it for, you know,
you're invested
16 years. So like, I can see how someone who's never done that
Right.
can be pushed away from it. But like how much? So they have patches every few months that bring so much new content in. So it's constant updates and content that happens throughout. It's not like some other MMOs or Destiny even, where like you have your big release and you don't really have a lot of new stuff happen until the next release.
Right. People wait.
But
Yeah.
And it's just a constant flow of, oh, here's an entire new zone for just level cap people with stuff to do.
Right.
Mounts to grind for, story to continue, which opens up another zone, and 7 raids per expansion, you know.
Yeah.
So there's like 50 raids in this game. It's insane.
That is 50. Damn.
No, there's not 50. I don't know how many raids.
Oh.
Like, how
No,
many
when you say a raid,
raids?
are you talking about a dungeon?
No.
It's a totally different thing?
Oh, this is like
Totally
OG
different.
raid.
No shit.
Yeah. There are
Oh, man.
40?
Wow, that's still a lot. That is crazy,
It's
man.
not.
It's more than 6 people too. I've heard.
See,
you can get
raids
like
are there?
20 or 30.
Yeah, you
people
can
in
get
a raid.
25 people total in a raid.
this is my argument. Why are we getting rid of content? Why can't we just carry everything from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2 and blah, blah, blah? I mean, World of Warcraft's doing it.
Well, yeah, but and at the same time, I totally get that. But at the same time, you look at like the engine and the graphics. I would say of like Destiny.
Oh, it's dated on World of
like,
Warcraft.
Wow, it looks way better than it used to. But it's a completely it's a a
Right.
cartoonier art style.
Okay.
It doesn't take up as much room, and Destiny is very
It's very rich.
yeah.
It's what 30 and Still Gaming calls video game porn. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because and then I think
Sure,
if
yeah.
Destiny did that, it'd be Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where you have to basically have an entire hard drive to just having that game.
Those updates are crazy, man. I thought Destiny was big. That game is enormous.
I recently uninstalled Modern Warfare, and like my entire computer was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
It said I can breathe.
I looked at it. World of Warcraft has been out since 2006, and that game size was smaller than Modern Warfare.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
it's
"What?"
graphics, man. Graphics, they hog a lot of memory.
Well, it's a fun conversation because it's like it's really fun to always think of like COD and all those guys being the evil geniuses, or like, well, they won't play other games if there's no room for other games.
Yeah, but here's a problem. Call of Duty, you throw away the last year's game and start up a new one every year.
For sure.
Never fails. Well, good deal, man. Thanks for mentioning that because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just exploded out of my mouth for 20 minutes. I apologize.
No, that's fine, man. No, that's why you're here, man. We want to hear from you.
I'm very passionate about it. It's one of my favorite games.
Well, good.
Heavily invested.
Hazel, what have you been watching and gaming? We talked about Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us. That's what I've been playing for the most part. I've been playing a little bit of Destiny. Breath of the Wild has been fun too.
Oh, that's right. You got your Switch now.
Yeah, off of the
You got a
hobo.
Switch?
Yeah, the hobo. He got one from a hobo in a parking lot.
That's amazing.
Well, he had 2 of them in his cart. I'm thinking, man, that guy is good. He didn't get one. He got 2 Switches in a cart.
So yeah, Breath of the Wild. Let's go Eevee. Then I think if there's anything else. I mean, I've been playing like a couple of other things like Warzone and that, but I'm just I'm being very gaming promiscuous.
Yeah, that's fine. It's time to do it.
Promiscuous gamer.
Exactly. And then regarding shows, though, the wife and I actually started a show because we realized that after we finished the last show we watched.
I know it's been 3 or 4 weeks since we talked about this.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Cobra Kai.
Right.
We finished that,
Right.
which was fantastic. And
Yeah.
everyone needs to watch it. It's on Netflix.
It's a good show.
Season 3 is coming out in January. Season 4 is coming out.
Especially if you saw the movies as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Well, my wife and I actually went back and we watched the first Karate Kid because she didn't remember watching it. And it still holds up today.
It does. It does.
Oh my God, it does.
Every now and then I watch it. It's just it's a great great movie to fall back on when you're, bored one night. It's really nice.
Yeah, so she wants to watch Karate Kid 2, maybe like this weekend, so we'll see if that holds up too. But, so after we watched that, we were like kind of like trying to see like what else we wanted to watch. And we actually started Schitt's Creek.
I started it too. Well, what do you think about it?
I fucking love it. I was in tears.
I think, you know, I was listening when I'm sorry to interrupt. I was listening to Rogan and he loves that show too. And he says, this is a love letter to humanity. Does that sound about right? It's kind of a feel good show, isn't it?
No.
I mean, it's comedy.
I'm like, no, there's no like feel good in this. Like, we're like 4 episodes in and the mom is talking about killing herself in every episode.
What? I'm 4 into, I'm 3 in maybe. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I was in tears because the mom is like, you know, she's like, I'm going to go take a bath and, you know, try to like, you know, listen to a radio inside and see how it sounds from the water.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely not a love letter to humanity, at least at this point. But,
That's a pretty deep statement.
Basically what it's about is about a well-to-do family that loses everything, and then they end up basically going to this town that the father bought as a joke for his son called Schitt's Creek. And so yeah, now they're up Schitt's Creek and they have no paddles and they're trying to see what they can do. So
it's a great show. There's so much entertainment out there now. It's so hard to catch up, man.
And it's definitely funny because the reason why I was actually intrigued about it, because my wife mentioned it, because she's heard some friends mention it, and I remember Laz talking about it, and he said that he's like, it takes the first season. Once you get past that, it's like really takes off and it's really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like right now it's one of those shows where it's not like mandatory that we watch it, but it's one of those things like it was a good laugh, so I want to go back and watch it for another good laugh. And eventually, I'm sure it's going to hook me to the point where I'm like, all right, well, you know, now I have to watch it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we started that. I finished The Boys season 2.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
God, that ending was
season 2 way better than.
I agree. The ending in season 2 was much better than the 1 and 1. The ending season of season 1. My wife and I were like pumping our fist. Yeah, it was a great show, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know in our Discord, I created a channel for The Boys, and I know that some people were saying that they didn't really care for the ending, just
really?
Because it more set up season 3. But like, hey, you know, I mean, this was still a really good ending to me, where it was like, okay, it was good, it was satisfying, and then it still set up a little bit, I guess, for season 3 to a degree.
Yeah, but everyone was rooting for that character, not to spoil anything, but for that character to go away. It was so good.
Yeah.
And Black Noir, holy crap, that guy, whatever he is, scares the hell out of me, man.
Yeah, just give him an almond joy.
Yeah.
But the other show that I finished was The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Okay.
And
Which
nowhere
one's that
near...
one?
That's the pseudo sequel to The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah.
It's nowhere near as scary as Hill House. Nowhere near as scary. It's intense, but it's not scary. I'm willing to come out and say that.
How is it as a mental show?
Yeah, it's more intense. It's basically like, like okay, what's in that corner? You know, what's over there? You know, there's a darkness over there. Is something going to come out and scare me? And it's like, no, there isn't. There's nothing going to come out and scare you. It's all what you see in front of you is what is there. And in about episode 5, everything flips on its head, and you're like, oh, okay, well, shit. Okay, then you start getting a little bit more freaked out about the things that you see on the screen and things like this. So,
Wow.
but yeah, definitely. I mean, I highly recommend it. I think it was more satisfying than Hill House.
Okay.
But Hill House was. I mean, I have a fond place in my heart for it just because just how it drew everything together. Because it starts off and Hill House is very scattered. It's all over the place. And then at the end, you're like, okay, well, how the hell is all this going to come together? And then it all comes together in a nice, neat bow and kind of hit you in the feels a little bit. And you had a couple scares along the way. So,
Yeah, I don't know why you guys want to do that to yourselves, but okay. You got to go to bed at night, dude.
I watched like the last 3
Yeah.
episodes, like right before bed because I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna stop.
Big
I'm
mistake.
like way too deep.
Oh God.
So yeah, I went to bed. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, do I really have to sleep right now? I don't know.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It was good stuff. Highly recommended for both of them.
Okay.
What about you, sir?
Man, there's been a lot going on since our last time we talked about this stuff. Me and my wife, have gone back to the theaters. Our theaters are open. They're at 40% capacity. We did see a few movies. We did see Tenet. Sorry, I think I mentioned this last time we talked about this. Wasn't a big fan of Tenet. It was out forever, too. I think I saw it with my parents, and they didn't get it either. I understood the movie, but we'll move on. Thanks. We did see we've seen a lot of indie movies because let's face it, there's not a really big releases out right now. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but we saw an independent movie called Yellow Rose. It's about an immigrant girl and her mom, and this, they're Mexican, immigrants, and she has a really good singing voice, and she wants to get into the country music scene. And, it just basically, it's very, very basic, very down to earth indie movie, your typical indie movie. And I thought it was pretty good. Some of the acting was a little thin in it, but hey, what else are we going to watch, most of the shows we've been watching have been at home. And thanks to Admiral Nips, who reminded me about this, I saw a show last night called Song Exploder. This is on Netflix.
Yeah.
I really like this. They're very short, I think there's 5 different people they talk about. Think of this. Basically what this show's about is they tell you how a song was made, what the inspiration was, and then at the end they play the whole song. So you're like getting an overview, like kind of helicopter view. You kind of get a helicopter view of how the music was inspired, and then at the end they show you the finished product. Very good. It reminds me of Songland, which was a show that was on NBC, which is it's out of season now, but I believe it's coming back next season. Highly recommend it. The one with REM in it is my favorite. It was very, very good. And Michael Stipe, man, it kind of shows the way he is in life, and he's very he gets embarrassed when he hears his own voice and music and stuff, and you have to watch it. It's really good. 30-minute episodes. They're very, very quick to consume. I'm watching on HBO Max of several shows. The Third Day, starring Jude Law, is about a man who stumbles onto an island of people. This is like a British island, like out in the middle of nowhere, and these people have very mysterious things they do. And it reminds me of the show Wicker Man. You remember that with Nicolas Cage? He goes on. Remember that one where he gets burned alive into this wicker? It was kind of like he was kind of what's the word?
Stranger in a strange land kind of thing.
Yeah, but he was baited there by a pretty girl, and he was trying to help a girl or something. And anyway, it's along the same lines, but it's still going. I just watched the latest episode just last night. Really good show. If you have HBO Max, check it out. It's really good. It's a little dark. Keep that in mind. Masked Singer and the new show, I Can See Your Voice. Those are I guess you could call those my quick consumption shows that just are so much fun to watch. Those are really good. We talked about season 2 of The Boys. It was really good. But I got a question for you guys. I'm really, really worried about movie theaters right now. We've been going to theaters for, I guess, 3 weeks now. Dude, the theaters are dead. They are dead. No one is going to them.
Yeah, they are.
There was news, of course, that Regal Cinemas, they're closing all their theaters for an indeterminate amount of time. And all the good movies, Dune, Batman, Matrix 4, all of these theaters, all of these movies are getting delayed till 2021, 2022. And now there's rumors that AMC is going to be broke by the 1st of 2021. I'm really worried, man. Yeah. I'm really worried that this might be, is this going to be the last of the theaters?
No. This is the cool part of capitalism, is they'll go out of business and someone will buy them and they will do what they do, but do it cheaper.
I don't know, man. I'm really worried. I really miss that big screen, being able to, especially the Dolby Cinema theaters they have out now where the sound moves and your seats rumble. You totally get immersed into the movie.
That's not going anywhere. It'll just like everyone was worried the airlines would go out of business. Someone will buy that airline and they'll do it for cheaper.
Well, we'll see. I guess time will tell.
The best thing for us. It's all good.
I'm really.
I think they're dead.
I'm really worried, man, because what has
Gonna come back.
what has exploded since COVID? Streaming services, and now Disney's got a technology where they actually can make movies without having to have huge movie sets and stuff, and they're able to crank out movies, in sound studios. And I don't know, man. I'm really worried. I think Disney might be cornering the market on this.
Well, I think what could happen is basically you see like companies like Disney and Netflix basically make their own movie theaters.
That could be
movie theaters.
That
they show their own movies there.
That would be fantastic. I would love that idea.
Really though, I don't like that idea at all. I think that's a fucking shitty idea.
I mean, AMC.
I don't think they do that because they have. You look like Mulan launched, and they're able to just charge more to people who want to watch Mulan that first weekend.
Right, which is not me.
And so you just
yeah, but. I mean, the thing is, though, is that, I could see that happening, sadly. But to me, the issue with that is that you're going to lose people who are... Basically, you're going to lose that indie market. They're only going to be on video on demand, and that's going to be it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just was curious what you guys thought. I'm really worried. At least for now. I mean, I know AMC's are everywhere in Colorado. I was in Denver. I mean, they're around every block.
Dude,
they're everywhere there.
Starbucks over here.
It's crazy, man. I was in heaven because I love theaters. We were there last summer. Every neighborhood or borough or whatever you want to call it in Denver had a theater right down the street. It was. I wish it was that easy for us. But a couple other shows before we transition here. On HBO Max as well, Lovecraft Country. If you like the Lovecraft novels, the sci-fi novels, you need to tune into this. It's really, really good. They're still going. The season's still going. I'm pretty current on it, and it is. I'll just warn you, it is out there. It is out there. And speaking of out there, I finally finished the season on HBO Max of Raised by Wolves, which this is a brainchild of Ridley Scott, and it is even more abstract. Science fiction, but if you like crazy science fiction stuff, check these two shows out because they are right there. HBO nailed this. Other than that, that's it for me. You know what? I think it's time we should move on and talk about this week at Bungie.
Pretty pony.
Lance Reddick may not like that.
Whether we'd like it or not, we've stepped into war with the bedroom.
Oh, God. All right, Hazel. Lay it on us, man. What's going on in the TWAB this week?
Oh, the TWAB. Oh, okay. Sorry. You said lay it on you. Okay. Anyway. They start off with the world's first race. The next race is going to start November 21st. It's a Saturday for those interested. At 10 a.m. Pacific or 1 a.m. Eastern time, or varying times in between, wherever you are. So, the main thing that you need to know is 1230 is going to be the suggested power level. A lot of fucking grinding.
1230, so that's 170 light levels. That must be the soft cap, I'm guessing.
170?
Well, we're at 1060 now at hard cap. So, am I doing my math right? You said 1230, right?
Yep.
That would be 170 light levels or power levels or whatever the hell they're calling it now. That's a lot, man.
That is some hauling ass. But, streamers, go forth and be awesome and do it. And, maybe we'll watch you. But the thing is, though, that they're going to do is they are actually going to watch all of the raids. And whoever finishes first, they're going to be basically checked to make sure that they didn't cheat.
Good.
Fucking great is that?
Yes, that's the way it should have been done.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so they're saying here, like basically, even if you hear that Glad's team finished first, keep going because we all know Glad's a cheating bastard. Just kidding.
Okay.
Really. But yeah, And then, just keep going. And then maybe Dado can be, instead of 2401 or 2402, he could be actually the number one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's destined for being not that.
Could be.
Could be.
Put
I
the
can see that.
destiny, the destined. Gee.
We got it. We got it, Fud.
Moving on. Anyway, bad jokes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Thank you for joining us for episode 66 of the Downcast.
So they're going to have 2 new emblems. One for the first 24 hours when contest mode is activated, and that emblem looks pretty decent. And then the main one that you win, if you just for beating it, to me, better than the first one. What do you guys think?
I'm trying to figure out what the purple emblem is. How there's usually a theme.
Fucking knows, man.
There's usually, it looks like a sword. A sword.
What are you talking about? That looks like a sword.
Well, if you look closely at the emblem,
Looks like some 8-bit thing. Well, ultimately, you know what it has to do with. It has to do with the Deepstone Crypt.
okay,
Exo,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing.
that's true.
It probably has some shit to do with that. I'm sure some lore person will tell us. But yeah,
Yeah, I like the I guess what they call the free emblem, the one that when you complete the raid. And you know what? Is it me, or does that symbol look a lot like the Forge? Or am I
I just
off?
want to say on the purple one, I did some research that looks like one of the aliens from Space Invaders.
It does.
exactly.
Yeah, it
8-bit.
does.
Yep.
8-bit. Yeah, I get that. And then it's like a 70s computer terminal, with all the flashing lights on it, like a pegboard of lights and little black.
Yeah, or like
See
a
what I'm saying?
Tron looking thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of strange.
Here we go. We figured it out.
Yep.
The
Sorry.
boss is going to be a Space Invader boss.
Spoiler.
Dude, a Space Invaders boss fight in Destiny? That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that would be.
You have to jump in these big ass turrets, and it aims at the sky, and shit's just falling.
Oh man,
I
that'd
would
be great.
so let down.
I don't know. I'd like
Love
that.
that Gator is like, it would be so great. And I'm like, yeah, I'd be so let down.
Yeah, that's just my idea. It's not a big deal, though. Don't worry about it.
Come on, man. You
I'm
heard
not
it.
saying
go
it's a
ahead and
bad idea. I'm just saying
keep
I'd be
reading your
let
twat, I
down if
guess.
that were the raid boss.
Come on.
I said a raid boss, not the raid boss.
Oh, okay. Then I'll allow it.
Okay.
So, Starside, the next generation.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Can we take a moment for Starside, the next generation? That's clever.
That is, yes.
Yes, it was.
So, with this, the next generation, starting on December 8th, Gator, keep your thoughts to yourself for just a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the next generation of consoles will be getting their little update. That's going to allow for 4K, 1080p, 60 frames, field of view slider, faster load times, cross-gen play, and then next-gen grade delivery kind of things. So,
Right. Xbox Smart Delivery. Right.
yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yes. So, basically, if you bought the shit, you're going to get the shit for free, so you're fine.
And it's going to be about a month later. Just keep that in mind.
Yes, it'll
Maybe
be a
not.
month later.
The next consoles may launch 2 months before we get this content, so it'll be good.
No, that it's already. Sorry, Spud. It's already been posted when it's come out. Sorry.
We just talked about at the beginning of the show that it might come out next year, and we made jokes about it, and I was just referencing the beginning of the show.
Sorry, man.
I knew what you were doing, but
Thank you. You're the best, dude.
I pay attention.
I don't know who I am tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just...
There was so much chaos at the beginning of the show. I couldn't keep track of what was being said.
Blame RNG.
Yeah, I definitely blame RNG.
Thanks
All
a
right.
lot, RNG Gator.
Gatter.
Gatter.
No, I'm Gatter.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You're the one that can't spell. Okay. Sorry, my bad. All right. So, Festival of the Lost update. They buffed the cipher decoders, that good stuff. In fact, don't do enemy kills, gambit, forges, and non-playlist strikes because you ain't going to get shit from it. Aside from that, go forth on to greatness. Patrons, they have people that do art for them. They're selling it online.
It looks really good. Looks really good.
That Ghastly Guardians is some of the coolest art I've ever seen in this game.
I like the Blade in the Dark.
Yeah, that one's really cool too.
Cool.
Yeah, that one's good. That
makes me miss D1 altogether.
I know. Doesn't it remind you of that same night, doesn't it? When you were trying to get the Dark Drinker?
That's him, man.
Is it him? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Coming for
You could kill him in Destiny.
I have to put up
No, you could kill him in Destiny 1. You can't even kill this guy. What do they call this guy? Stan? I think they nickname him Stan because you can't kill the dude. He just comes running at you, too.
He's a
Full
fan.
stop. Okay.
I could tell that was a gamma trap.
Yeah, I saw
Picture
it too.
before I even saw that it was a gamma trap.
Yeah.
Like, you look at that, you just know that's his art style. Boom, that's him. I know.
Very
What throws me off though is that they actually throw in their name too. That blew me away. I was like, oh,
I like
who
that.
the hell is this? And
I
they're
like that.
Oh, Gamma Trap, yeah. And then I
Yeah.
was like, Fairy, and I'm like, oh, well, shit, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, obviously,
I like how they let them write their own like here's a short summary about me.
I like it.
yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
It's very nice. Yeah.
Then they even have a Monkus there too. So that's not listed here, but it is in the Bungie.net store. So all that, and then some videos, and then sadly, November 6th, 2020, Deej's last day.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss him. I love his wit. It's very dry. I love that about him. Mm-hmm. That he he was always like the straight guy. He was always the serious guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I wish I could have met him in person. I'm sure he's a really cool dude.
Oh, great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit of a callback, but don't worry, everyone. Me and Sheed will still be playing Putt-Putt every Wednesday. Don't worry about that. That's not going away just because he's leaving Bungie. So that's for a very particular group of people.
Okay. I'm not in that group, apparently. Okay.
One thing I did want to say though is that I did like the quote that he left us with basically, and it's always be engineering yourself out of a job and replace yourself with someone better.
I caught that too.
Yeah, the truest measure.
Really good quote.
Yeah, exactly. The truest measure of success is building something that can thrive in your absence.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, is it time for your thing? Does it have to do with Sheed?
It does have something to do with Deej, yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Okay, here it is. I have to give partial credit to 30 and Still Gaming because he did talk about this tonight on his podcast, Generation X Gaming. So I have to give credit where credit's due. But the light bulb went off. Okay. When is Deej leaving? Two days before the release of new consoles? 2 days before the release of Beyond Light? Correct?
Okay.
There's been a rumor circulating that Microsoft is not done acquiring companies. And they're saying there's one more company, and this has been all over the internet. It's been all over the internet, and there's been a lot of people behind it. A lot of well-known, let's just say well-known sources, okay? And it's been leaked out there that there's rumors that before the release of the new consoles, which is in 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Microsoft is going to make another big move. And some sources are saying they're thinking Japanese company, right? Like a Square Enix or a Bandai or some kind of Japanese company, because, you know, Xboxes are not as popular in Japan as Sony is.
Sure.
So that would be a good move, right? But here's the other theory, and this is the one I'm latching on to. Can't believe I'm saying this. What if Microsoft is going to acquire Bungie before Beyond Light?
This has been a rumor.
Yeah. It has been.
Months,
it has been, and they've shot it down. But what if they were delaying this announcement until the release of new consoles? And think about Deej. He's been with Bungie for 9 years. What if Luke Smith and Phil Spencer have been talking. And what if Deej is not going away, but he's just moving up in the company, up into Microsoft? Maybe they have other plans for Deej. Maybe he's got a better offer. Maybe he's moving on to better, more greener pastures. But he'll still be in contact with all his people from Bungie because he'll be integrated into the new Microsoft gaming. I don't know.
I have another theory.
Yeah, bring it.
Bring it.
What if Deej is leaving because he is so upset that Bungie isn't doing for Beyond Light what they should be doing?
I don't think so, man.
No, he doesn't seem like the type to do that.
I think what's happening,
After all this shit that he's had to eat for, all the other, like, Curse of Osiris and, guys, this is the most rewarding public event ever, and you get two tokens in a bowl.
I know that's
on live.
But you got to remember,
that's well known.
At that level, as a community manager, like that's just part of the job.
I was just going to say that,
he's
Fudd.
Going to get that no matter where he is, but he's going to get that, and he's aware of that, and that's just part of the job.
I don't think that's. I don't think it has anything to do with that, Hazel. I think Bungie's making some moves, man. I think Bungie is going in a totally new direction with Beyond Light, and I think Microsoft's going to be involved. You know what?
All right. Well, I wasn't supposed to say anything.
All right, go ahead.
I was talking to him at Putt Putt last week.
All right, Fudd, lay it on me, man. What we got?
So none of those rumors are true. He's actually moving over to AOL.
What?
Yeah.
Are they still in business?
Oh, that's why they're bringing him on.
Okay.
You don't use AOL Gator?
No.
You're drinking your Folgers?
I still register to get my free disc.
I used it in like 1995. I think I was using it. But no, I'm not using AOL anymore. Sorry, Hazel.
Well, that's about to change because here comes Deej.
Oh, man.
He's going to turn it around.
Well,
Sign me up.
In 3 weeks, we'll find out who's the liar. If
not me, I don't lie.
Hey, okay, let's go over our theories here. It's AOL is the move, is what Fudd's saying. Okay, that's one theory. Yep. I say that Microsoft Gaming is going to acquire Bungie, and Deej is moving up into the ranks. And Hazel says he's got a pout face and is going to run away because his feelings have been hurt.
No, I don't think it's that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's basically like upset at the direction and he's not happy and he's going to leave because of that.
What do you think he's going to be upset about? Speculate.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like the direction they're headed and he's choosing to part ways with them so he can go do something else.
Okay.
He's going to go to WoW.
See, that statement that you just read, the fact that he's engineering himself, that gives me a clue that he's re-engineering his life and he's moving up. He's moving to a different path. And I'm telling you, it could be very well be possible that this happens.
I do have a question, though. This just popped in my head, just as an extra conversation to your Microsoft thing, right?
Okay.
Do you think, because, Bungie left Microsoft, right? And so 343 Industries took over Halo. Would that be an issue to then bring Bungie into Microsoft again?
Maybe 343 is going to get some help from Bungie. Think about it. They've
grown-ups.
They've already integrated Destiny 2 into Game Pass, right? That's free for everyone.
Yeah.
That happens right now. They're already laying the groundwork. And they probably said, Deej, before you move up into the company, you have to say your farewell to your fans and to your community before we make this announcement. I guarantee you this might be what's happening. Yeah, I may be totally off. I might be.
Could you imagine being a huge Halo fan, though, and like Bungie's back with Microsoft and they're not making your favorite game anymore?
Well, that's 343's baby now. I mean, they sold
always Bungie's baby.
They sold Halo. They sold Halo to Microsoft, and that's it. But who's to say? Who's to say that
Infinite's doing really good?
Who's to say?
Exactly. It looks really good.
I get the sarcasm. But what I'm saying is maybe they have a deal where they dedicate a quarter of their staff to help 343, but I don't think 343 is going away. It's their game.
No, for sure. But with such a big IP,
sure.
I don't know what it'd be like to have the the original company for the IP join in with the company while someone else has their IP. You know,
Here's the thing: Square Enix, they own so many subsidiary companies beneath them. I don't think Microsoft's going to lay out that kind of big money like they did with Bethesda and ZeniMax. I don't think they could do it twice.
Throw in as a waste of money.
You think
I just
so?
want to throw that out there.
Really?
They are not worth that anymore.
I don't think
maybe a few years ago, but I do not think they're worth a good chunk of change. But they are definitely not worth two Star Warses.
I was surprised myself, but maybe they had to offer that in order to make it happen. I don't know.
But I mean, it's not just
worth it to make it happen.
You know what?
I mean, they're buying it for the name too, though.
Well, yeah, of course.
The name is going to make sales too.
I mean, Age of Empires is now available on Game Pass. I was just announced that today. I just got that text. So, I mean, they're already integrating a lot of games like that into their Game Pass. I'm going back to what I originally said. I don't think they are going to stick their neck out for a Japanese developer because they are worth mega bucks. Square Enix especially.
Huge.
I mean, we're talking another $1 billion investment if they were to pick up Square Enix. And then, Sony would have Sony would probably know what's going on there because that's their baby is that game.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy.
They're so connected. Oh, yeah.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I don't think it'll happen. I think they would have to fight Sony to get it. I don't know. I mean, I know they're their own company, but still, I think there would be a lot of, I don't know.
Yeah.
But don't forget, though, I mean, Bungie still has that game Matter that they're working on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. But okay, here's the thing. Destiny's going to be the new Call of Duty. We're talking 10 more years from now. The Destiny's still going to be going. I hate to break it to you. This 3-year plan.
Call of Duty.
The Warzone game you play all the time. I think Call of Duty. I mean, look at the money Call of Duty brings in every year, and they just they crank out a new game every year, and that's kind of what Bungie's already doing. But here's the thing. What is so great about Bungie that they have over Call of Duty? It's the gun handling, the gun mechanics are second to none. And everyone likes space opera. Everyone likes
that's the sci-fi setting for sure.
So what I'm saying is this could be Activision has their Call of Duty. This could be Microsoft's capstone is Destiny. This could be the new, not Call of Duty, but the new kind of iteration that Activision has. It's maybe just their moneymaker. I think 10 years from now, we're still going to be talking about Destiny. It'll be called something else, but the 3-year plan they laid out,
I'd agree.
I think that's just the beginning. I don't think Destiny can
10 years
die.
ago, if you were like, we're still going to be playing Call of Duty, we're still going to be playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like,
but here's what I think.
10 years from now? No.
I think Phil Spencer has finally woken up a lot of the older, more established Xbox heads. I think they're seeing the money that Epic's making. They're seeing the money that these games make that make tons and tons more money than even movies that take millions to invest in. I don't know, man.
It's huge. Yeah.
I think gaming, if you're getting into the stock market right now, you better look at some of these studios because I'm telling you, gaming is going to be the new wave. It's going to be the fresh wave for the next century. I'm telling you, this is going to be the way of life. Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. How many people are staying home right now?
Oh, yeah. We've talked about this before too. And like the launch of Warzone was like they could not have had the world go in their favor better.
Yeah.
They launched like a week before everyone got stuck at home.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. I may be crazy.
No, for sure.
But I think it's based better than my Luke Smith dream.
Yeah.
I still think that's coming true.
Yeah. It's hard to wrap your head around when you've been in gaming for so long, like how big it actually is because you're just in the culture. But like the Bethesda being bought out is, I don't think they're worth that money, but it's a really cool talking point because I have a lot of people like my in-laws or my dad, or anyone of that generation at work you talk to.
Know nothing about gaming.
Tell them that the gaming industry.
And they laugh
try
at
to tell
you.
them that the gaming industry is bigger than Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's bigger than Hollywood. And like to have that as an example, like, hey, you know how Disney spent a ridiculous amount of money to get Star Wars? Yeah, they spent twice that to get this. That's how much money is in gaming. And it's really cool to kind of actually have that kind of proof to be like, hey, this is bigger than you think it is.
I'm on board. I think this is the wave of the future, man. I really do. I'm seriously thinking about buying stock.
Totally right. Just because it's hard to see that as someone in the industry, not in the industry, but like in the universe.
Exactly. And let's look at Amazon. Their game Crucible. They're letting go of it. They're giving up on it. So there's some.
That was a great game.
Yeah, but see, there's just lack of support. I mean, I think these big companies, it's either going to catch fire or it isn't, and they got the money to just keep trying. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's high risk, but it's super high reward. So
and they have that big MMO they're working on that's supposed to come out next year. That'll be really interesting to see how that comes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. It'll be really cool to see them just kind of throw money at it with ideas. I'm
telling you, gaming is such a great time for gamers. The next 20 years in gaming is going to be fantastic. I just hope I'm alive long enough for it. I really do. I mean, this is crazy, man. I love this stuff. But I really going back to my point, I think this is why Deej is leaving. I think it's why this was announced now and not later in the year. I think there's a big announcement coming from Microsoft before those consoles come out.
I think it might just be that he wants to.
What, Hazel?
I think it's just that he wants to leave before Beyond Light, so that way EMG and
Cosmo
and Cosmo can go ahead and go forth as the new generation kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they did have.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a lot of community managers for one game. I got to admit, DMG and Cosmo and Deej, that's a lot for one community. I think of course they have them across the pond and other areas of Europe too. They have their own community members too, but for America, I think that was a lot of community managers. But I swear, I think he's moving up. He can't say. I'm sure he has, a gag order. He can't say anything about it. But I don't know.
He's too good not to move up somewhere. For sure.
He's Deej is one thing I realize about Deej is he's a damn intelligent person. He's very smart. God, yeah. This guy knows what's going on, and he probably has some inside information that he just can't share. I don't think it's because he doesn't like the way Destiny's going. I really don't. I'm sorry, Hazel. I don't think that's it, man.
I just wanted to be contrarian.
I know. That's why I love you, man.
Stick to your guns, Hazel. Stick to your guns. Don't let him push you around like that.
I'm sorry, Hazel. Was there anything else we needed to cover on the 12 this week?
There was one thing that I saw, not to steal anything from anybody that listens to Two Titans and a Hunter and their news reports and stuff. Mm-hmm. But apparently Lance Reddick is done with doing his voice lines for Light. And he said that he doesn't have anything else planned. That's sad news. But he said that what we're in store for is off the chains.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I love how candid he is with his followers. I love that guy. I loved his movies when he played in military and sci-fi movies. I've always loved his acting too. But
Fringe, yeah.
Oh, dude, he's in like we are. He loves sci-fi like we do. Well, before we go, I've got a couple other things I wanted to mention. Yes, Paul Tassi has another article out. I know everyone hates it when I talk about Paul Tassi.
What?
Yeah, he does.
Are you telling me that the guy who writes an article every day has an article out?
Yeah, this one caught my eye because everyone's like, okay, we saw the final cutscene and the not intermission. It's called something else. Man, my mind is mush tonight.
Prologue.
Interference?
Interference, thank you. The last, everyone thinks the interference mission's over, but they've actually data mined. There's a season-ending emblem that's out. It's been fished out. It's been data mined, and everyone seems to think, including Mr. Paul Tassi here, that there's going to be a final event. It might be inside the interference arena. It may not be. I don't know for sure. He says, so we're done with Season of Arrivals. We've said goodbye to 3 out of 4 planetary vendors, right? With the evacuation missions. From content vaulted planets and the evacuation quest, we've finished the interference mission quest line, killed or re-killed Nokris in the Ascendant plane. We did that. And we've seen what Festival of Lost has in store for us. A lot of cipher farming. But we get this weird object gifted to us at the end. When you do 45 of your cipher chest openings, they send you to Spider. And he gives you this, I want to say it's called what is it called? It's called an Ascendant lens. No one knows what this is about. And I have a feeling there's going to be one more final mission, kind of like how we had the final mission, that live event at the end of last season. I think there's going to be another.
Blew up the Almighty.
The Almighty, yeah, when it flew over the tower, which was awesome, by the way. But I think there's going to be one more big bang before we go. So just wanted to mention that. Keep your ears out.
More Big Bang? I'm predicting probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
I think that show ran its course.
Wow. Okay. Well,
don't you, man? If they have to blow up all the planets.
I don't know. I'm a believer. I'm a believer that the darkness is taking over those planets, and that you're just going to be quarantined, off. We're not allowed there anymore. I really think that's what's going to happen I don't think they're going to blow the planets up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to
all sitting at home playing Warzone now.
Exactly. But I just wanted to mention that don't sleep on this. Don't think that the season's over. There's still 3 weeks left. And, so just keep your eyes out for something like this. There might be something happening in Destiny before the season's up.
Also, it's really bad for airflow in your console if you sleep on it. So don't do that.
Well, yeah, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on your consoles. Good tip. Thanks, Fud.
Yeah. Anytime. I just...
Dynamite drop-in.
What's dropping?
I said dynamite drop-in.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, then that leads us to our final part of our show, where we answer questions from our community. We got some from Twitter. We got some from I got a bunch from our Discord. So we'll do that right after this. All right, boys and girls, it's that time of the week. This is where we get our questions from our community via Twitter, via SpeakPipe, or via our Discord. And let's start with Twitter. We got 3 from Twitter tonight. Hazel, why don't you start with the first one, man?
All right. We'll hit up David R. Jex, Dr. Jex 0725.
He's not a doctor.
He's not?
He's not a real doctor?
Just plays one on TV, so he's okay. Just plays one on Twitter. There we go. At Guardian_D_cast, at ElmmerFuddGames, MMD. How did he get to have such a luscious beard and such sexy bedroom eyes?
Oh, shucks. Anyone who doesn't know, David R. Jex, that is Russell, who was co-host on Just Some Guardians with me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right. I remember Russell.
Hell yeah.
That's your
voluptuous guy.
That's your IRL friend, right?
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Yeah. You all are my IRL friends.
Well,
right?
of course.
But the luscious beard was years of really hardcore beard envy, which caused me to just will it to happen. Really, some nice lotions and some balms and oils, and it just happened to happened to happen one day. I tried very hard for a long time with no success, and woke up one day and I was like, oh, my bald spots are finally filling in, and then it just kind of happened. And the sexy bedroom eyes is just all the time me and David have practiced with each other.
Nice. You could probably say you probably had some ice conditioning too in the wintertime. That probably helped.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hardens it up a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those bedroom eyes.
Son of a bitch. I knew you. I walk right into that. Oh well, speaking
certain things.
Speaking of love here, this is from Trailix18 at TrailixK at Guardian Dcast at ElmmerFuddGames. Does he love me back?
I do, Trellix. I do. Yeah.
Well, good deal.
Oh.
Yeah, Trellix is one of those people that jump. He's actually his dad works with someone in my Discord, and they were talking about Call of Duty and how his son plays it, and then he was like, "Hey, my friend runs tournaments," and so that's how we met, and he's been a really big part of the community since then too.
Oh, very cool, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good deal. I think we have one more left.
Yes, we do. Is from Wicked Jester at Wicked Jester. At Guardian Dcast at ElmmerFuddGames. There's the obvious. What is his favorite class to play? But more importantly, which is his favorite gun? I have an audio clip of a certain D1 exotic I know he loves. smirk.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember what that clip is, and I know the clip, but I'm trying to remember what gun it was in there. It was a very, very sexy voiceover. So Wicked was making these voice lines that were like sexy radio things, for different exotics, and I went all out, and I can't remember which one it was for me. I'm going through D1 guns because I swear it was a D1 gun. An exotic.
An
I
exotic.
can't remember which one it was.
D1
Super
exotic.
good advice. I think that's what it was.
Oh, the machine gun
Yeah.
that never runs out of bullets.
Super good advice. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, shout out to Wicked Jester. He's been following our podcast for a while now, and he actually had a lore video out on his YouTube channel. Shout out to him on that. It was really good. Yeah. So
yeah, he's one of the most genuine, incredible people I've met in this community. I had the great pleasure of meeting him actually at Guardian Con and holding him, and he's always been he'll support anybody and whatever they're doing, and is just super down to earth and a super cool guy.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
Love him.
Oh,
that's awesome, man. Good deal.
I'd say
Well-
the same thing about you.
Well,
He
let's
probably would, even if it wasn't true, because he's nice.
let's move on to our Discord questions, and we got a lot here, guys. So hang in there, Fudd. Okay, I'll start first. I guess it's my turn. This is from RNG Gator. The Gator. Now that Deej is leaving Bungie, does this mean Luke Smith is next? Or did he tell at Gator in a dream that it's not going to happen? No, Luke Smith's not going anywhere. He already told me that. He says, hang in there. Bungie, but the Destiny Online's coming. It just may not be here exactly at the time I said. I mean, dreams, have to interpret dreams. Sometimes they don't make sense. So I was going by how I interpreted that dream. But it's going to happen, man. Luke Smith's not going anywhere. He'll be just fine.
If you can't play Destiny offline, does that mean it's already Destiny Online?
Exactly. You just made my point. You just made my point, Fudd.
Okay, good. Got it.
Okay.
I got you back.
What are you doing, man?
Yes. I love this guy. I love you, man.
I mean, it's true.
It is true. Yeah, sorry I'm yelling.
I don't know. I don't think so. Uh-huh. But no, actually, I heard a rumor that Luke Smith's going to leave and go to Microsoft.
No, he's not going to Mike. Get out of here. He's not going to Microsoft.
He got picked up by Skype.
No.
Oh yeah, or Activision. Ooh,
No,
yeah.
not going to happen.
Yeah, Skype actually sat down and we're like, man, we had a 15-year head start and we fucked it up, and Zoom took all the business. How do we do that? And so they're looking for anyone they can to fill that void. Can you imagine, honestly, Skype
Yes.
has had a 15-year head start, and they've ruined their platform so bad that no one had heard of Zoom, and suddenly it's the number one thing. Great job, Skype. Can we just take a moment for them real quick?
Moment of silence. Moment of silence.
Yeah, no, that's an applause. Good job, Skype.
All right. Here, I'll give it to you.
All right, thanks.
There we go. All right, Hazel. Shit. What else we got?
All right. So, question from Boo Wing 0.
Let's just call him Burning Wing. Can we just call him Burning Wing?
No. Mod me for shenanigans. Why is Gator afraid of my shenanigans?
I love you, Burning Wing. You've been here since the beginning,
Not
man.
his name.
I'm not going to call him. I'm not calling him by that name. He's Burning Wing to me. Burning Wing 0.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I love you, man. You've been here since the beginning, and no matter what names you change yourself, you're always Burning Wing 0 to me, man. So I'm not afraid of your shenanigans. Hazel is. I'm pointing the finger at Hazel.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, shit.
There you go. I just dropped it right in your lap.
all right.
There you go, Hazel.
Fine. Okay. You know.
No,
what?
no,
Surprise.
it's okay. No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. Get the finger off the button. Get the finger off the button. Don't touch it.
But I can mod him.
I know you can mod him, but as long as it's on record that you were the one to mod him, fine. No, I mean, honestly, he's been here since the beginning. I mean, he was one of the first guys hopped in our Discord and started BSing with us, and I don't forget things like that. He's always talking about banning somebody. Anyway, I'll tell you what, our people will get back with your people. We'll let you know.
We'll do lunch. Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, man, what is up with these questions tonight? from RNG Gator, why will Gator not make me a mod on his Discord, Fudd? What the hell's going on here? Is this pick on Gator tonight? What the hell?
Listen, guys, not everything can be run by Xanafan 711 where he mods anyone who says hello, okay, guys?
Come on,
It's
man.
okay.
Xanafan is, for the record, is not a mod, okay? He's got his own community to deal with. Jeez.
That's another joke for a very specific group of people.
Jeez. Oh, well. All right, Hazel. Please
I
pick
want
a
an
no.
answer.
What?
Yeah, that's all I care about. Well, forget the rest of the show. Why won't you mod RNG Gator?
All people.
No, I mean,
Much rather
He's always
have him-
there. You have him as a rotating...
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I not a mod?
oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Our people will get back to your people?
Why is Danfinity not a mod?
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Why is Green Eyed
See?
Music Lover not
See?
a mod?
You started this, Hazel. Just letting you know.
I'll add
really
one
start
Nips as a
this?
mod.
Am I going to be Oprah and just say everybody's a mod?
Why isn't Average Joe a mod? I'm just going through your list of people
No,
that are
I know,
mods.
I know.
Chubby's Chris is a mod. That doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work? Those guys have been here since the beginning.
They are mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about two people that have been
Oh,
here since the beginning, and they're not mods.
Well,
So,
I mean,
like, how do you? What is your criteria for a mod?
Oh, boy. Oh,
yes.
don't have
Next question.
I hope that was everything you all wanted.
I've never been so uncomfortable in my life.
I noticed. That's why I'm leaning.
Hazel is loving this right now. He loves me when I squirm.
Oh my
I am. It's fun. I'm eating popcorn. This
I know you are. I can hear it.
Drafty's not a mod either. Holy shit!
Come on.
There are reasons why Drafty's not, and we all know that.
We all know. We have questions coming up. We'll answer that question for you. In fact, why don't you move into that question, Hazel?
Okay. I like this one actually.
Okay.
Far Cry, 1969. What do you like to drink while you are gaming? Ask a serious one.
Okay.
You know, a lot of water because that's very important to
Yes.
stay hydrated while you're gaming because you can lose track of time. So it's very important to do that. But usually, like during the shoutcast and whatnot, it's a lot of Fireball whiskey.
Ooh,
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
It's been we got to a point. Well, usually there's regular drinking happening too.
Yeah.
We got to a point where we take a shot whenever someone gets a win, right?
Wow.
Which means that during the Apex ones we get very fucked up.
I bet. Those are some fast games, man.
Warzone usually only one person wins an entire match per tournament.
Okay.
One or two. But we started it a week after the one. I'm glad we didn't. We had one tournament where there was 22 Victor Royales in an Apex one.
Wow.
And I'm glad we didn't start it on that one because I would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Good answer. Hazel, what are you drinking?
I really don't drink when I'm gaming. No, I'm kind of the serious gamer for the most part, unless I'm doing PvP because I know that Gator takes it serious enough for all of us. So
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I drink like a fish while podcasting though. I've already had some Jameson, and now I'm drinking a seasonal beer about pumpkins.
Oh God.
Man, seasonal beers.
My wife asked me.
They're
She
the
goes.
best.
She goes. Do you want some pumpkin spice coffee? I said, hell no. I will never ever drink. It's not supposed to be coffee.
They don't make Folgers in that flavor.
They don't. I think this was community coffee, but still. I can buy other brands, Hazel. I haven't had Folgers in a long time. I've been on Maxwell House kick lately, man. Come on.
Yeah, great value.
Oh.
It just kills the scene, you know?
It does. Shit. I don't drink when I game. I'm a beer drinker, an occasional beer drinker, but I got really fucked up when I went to University of Florida when I was younger, and I damn near killed myself. Seriously, I did. I was sick for a week, and I haven't touched really heavy drinking in a long time. I just don't get into it. I'm a social drinker. I love going to parties and drinking some beers, and I've had some really good, I guess you can call them seasonal beers. I like local brews though. So, yeah, that's kind of what I drink, but no, it's water and coffee. That's what I drink when I game and podcast. So sorry, Warcry. I've got one from Sweaty Spooks here. It's really good. Question for the show. I hear a lot of people discussing how dry Destiny is while we await for the removal and complete reinstall of Destiny 2 Beyond Light. How have you kept yourself interested and engaged, if you have? For me, double loot Nightfalls for material farming has been nice, and I've gotten my Anarchy, Jotun, I always say that right, Izignagi's Burden, and Divinity over the last couple of weeks, and trying new builds and bringing all 3 classes up to speed. That in itself has soaked up much of my dry period. I have to agree.
Thank you, Fudd.
No, I didn't mean to say. Hold on a sec. That in itself has soaked up much of the dry period. Not my dry period. Fuck.
I hope that he asked that question in that way. Just
just for, you know.
No, he didn't. It's not my. I threw the my in there. I don't know why.
Freudian slip.
Well, yeah, Hazel. What do you got?
What am I doing to avoid a dry period? I don't to answer because my wife does listen to this. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think I know what you're trying to ask, though. So what I'll say is this. I am thinking that I see everybody running around with this sexy new emblem that has a little skull with a little like kind of symbol around it.
I know the symbol.
I really, really want that symbol. So I think I'm going to dedicate some time to knocking out some raids, actually.
I've got 2 left.
Nice.
I've got the Spire of Stars I've got to do, and I've got to do no, I did the Crown. What's the one before that? The one where the Anarchy drops.
Scourge
of the Past. I got those 2 to do, and I'll have my emblem. So, yep. I've been slowly getting them done, but it's an investment, man. Raids are a time investment. And then you got to get all the right people together that want to do it. So, yeah. Triumph hunting for me.
Yeah,
I think that's all I've been doing is triumph hunting. That and farming haunted forest. That's what I've been doing with my time lately. Fudd?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing currently, but when I was heavy playing during the the in between droughts, I would word that. Sherping stuff was definitely what made it. You have your main group of people and a couple new people, taking them through maybe they've never done a raid or a certain raid, or one of those special strikes for a weapon, like just running those over and over and over to get different people those like this. That's a great way to just kill the time while you're waiting. Yeah, it is. It's very rewarding. You're doing the same thing over and over, so you just have really good conversations, and then you feel good because you just help people, Yeah, I love streamers who do that. It's really good. Dan Finity does a ton of that too. I love it when he does that stuff. So much of that, dude. I don't know how he does so much of it. Mm-hmm. The guy is a legend. Yeah, he is. And you are too, sir. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Why aren't we mods? Hazel, next question.
Okay, so I like this question, so we'll go with it. Which would a Fudd chuck if would Fudd chuck wood?
Who's that by?
Uncle Bot.
Oh, I didn't think we were taking his questions, but okay. What do you say there, Fudd?
I've been known to chuck some wood in my day, and quite a few. I haven't measured it. I think next time I go on a good wood chucking chuck, I'll let you know. I'll do it. Give me a good unit of measurement, and I'll measure the wood chucked by Fudd. The Fudd chucking wood chuck fucking what?
That's a slip. Oh man,
what was it?
I got a really good one here from Admiral Nips. This is for Fudd. How hard is it to coordinate your community tourneys? So many streams going at once. Feels like finding the action is super tricky. What do you think, Fudd? Yeah, that's a really good question. Setting them up is definitely the hardest part. But once they're going, usually
So me and who I always have someone else shoutcasting. And usually if I'm on someone, if we're not just jumping stream to stream until something happens, I have the co-host of the night. I'll be like, hey, while I'm sticking with this, why don't you go look around if there's something super exciting or someone's like in the top 5 or in a gunfight, let me know and we'll jump over. And that's worked really well with just the flow of moving information and stuff happening on screen and entertainment value for anyone watching. Is just either I'm jumping around until we find something or someone else is like, hey, this is happening on this stream. Go check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good system. I like that.
It's worked really well so far.
Very nice.
The only issue is when one of us is further ahead than someone else on a stream because it's never exactly the same no matter who's watching.
Oh, it doesn't sync up. Yeah, I can see that. Delays.
Yeah. So half the time, half the streams are synced up and half the time they're like, oh, and they won. And I'm like, and here they go into their final fight.
Oh, man. That's like herding cats to me. I can't imagine what you have to go through to do that.
Once it starts, it's a fun ride.
I bet.
It's because you're talking, you're trying to make jokes, you're jumping around. So it's just one of those, everything's happening so fast that you don't realize how hectic it is. And then it's over and you're like, oh, it's been 2 hours. We're done. Yeah. It doesn't feel hectic while you're doing it.
The fireball probably helps too.
That helps a ton. Yeah.
All right. We got a lot here, Hazel. Let's keep rolling.
All right. So I like this one too.
Question?
RNG Gator.
Oh.
Question for the show. Why does @ElmmerFudd accuse everyone of killing his wife in Among Us? Kind of already answered that, but...
Yeah. Because somebody did. And I had to get to the bottom of it. RNG Gator, did you murder my wife?
I thought it was Mitchy Slaps.
Mitchy Slaps, did you murder my wife?
Okay, I got one from Helios here. It's a good question. Question for the show. If you had a software developer friend, quote unquote, create you a bot, what would it do for you or your business? Ooh. And what would you call it? For me, I'd have a bot do my taxes and play the share game, and I'd call it the Fiddly Bot, short for fiduciary bot. Oh, that's a good one.
I like that.
What do you think, Fudd?
Damn, that's quite a question.
That's a thinker.
To have thrown on you.
That's a thinker, yeah.
Huh. Why don't you, I'm going to take a moment. I want to give a good answer and then not think of something because I'm too interested in what you guys are saying and then have the same predicament in a few minutes.
I'm in the same boat, man. I've been thinking about this one for all day. What do you have?
It just got dropped on me. I don't know.
I know. Hazel, you got something?
Me? I saw this question for a while. So, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to have a bot that would just do our chores and dishes and shit like that, so that way I could just play Destiny and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. I could see that.
You know what? I do have an answer.
Good, thank you.
It's very simple, but honestly, I struggle. As I don't have an office job or something, so I'm not used to dealing with emails all the time. I would love to have a bot that would just organize my emails for me.
Man, that's a good idea.
I know that kind of exists, but really organize it exactly how I want it to be. So when I open my email, it's all I need to see, and that's it. I don't need to see any of this no replies, YouTube shit, which, as I said out loud, I'm sure this exists, and someone's going to at me and be like, hey, you dummy, it's in the settings, but... Yeah, I've never been good with email because I don't deal with it on a daily basis. So yeah, some bot that would just organize and function my emails for me would be great.
My idea is kind of on the same vein, but a little different. I would want a bot to come in the morning and go through all my phone notifications that have been blowing up since I'm in bed. Because I come to my phone every morning and there's just a ton of notifications, and I'd like a bot to come in and just go, here, you got it. You're going to need to address this one and this one. The others I took care of them already. So, yeah.
It's called Mark is Red.
Is that what that is? Was that an app?
Muting Discord servers.
No. I don't. No, not that. It's not Discord usually. It's something else. It's usually other social media, dude. My God, all kinds of stuff. But no. Seriously though. The bot I would make would be the Gator bot, and it would just mod everybody. There we go. No one have to ask me again.
Just give Zanny the ability to mod people, and it'll be done in minutes.
All right, Hazel, let's keep going here. We got some for Fudd, I think, too.
Right. Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
Well, I'll ask this one from Chris3711. He says, how does one become Fuddtastic like yourself?
Well, a lot of life trauma, which causes me to cover it up with comedy. Yeah.
I'm laughing with you, man. I'm laughing with you. I really am.
Woo! All right, that happened.
I've had some rough days.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just part of some people have. How do I word it? I know a lot of people will take certain things from people they meet, but I hardcore like photosynthesize off of anyone I meet and just make them part of who I am. And I've always done that my whole life. So usually I'm around people that are like the way I am now my whole life, and so you just that just slowly turns you into being more like them. And you surround yourself with good people and you in turn will become a good person.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Be surrounded by good people. It's good. A good way to live.
And also a lot of the life trauma that you cover up with comedy.
You have to do it, man. We all deal with it.
It helps a lot.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's do one more each. It's getting late.
Okay. So, on that note, if we're just going to do one.
Can I choose one too?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I have one here from RNG Gator. It says, why does Gator not remember what consoles Nintendo makes but says everything is made by Sega?
Okay. RNG Gator, let me explain something to you here. When I was just a wee lad, when I found out this fantastic gaming console called the PlayStation, Nintendo was in my rearview mirror, man. Anything Nintendo came out after the Super Nintendo, I don't remember. I might have had friends that had GameCubes and all these Sega systems that are out there, but I cannot honestly remember. I never owned any of these, and
so many Sega systems.
Wasn't there like a Nintendo 3D or something? 3DO? What is it?
3DS.
Yeah, 3DS. I never played that either.
Yeah.
I was so hardcore PlayStation. That's all I played. The games were just so fantastic. I just immersed myself in anything PlayStation back in the day. And then of course kids happened, so that changes things too. So that's why, RNG Gator. There's your answer. Okay, now one each.
Question from Jealous. Question for the show. What is the funniest road rage you have taken place in, either conducting it or watching it happen as a passenger? And was it over something silly?
Well, I live in Florida.
Yeah. Florida man, yeah.
I've seen some silly shit, man.
It is Florida man.
I've seen, not the Florida man. Not like I do bath salts or anything.
The Florida man is a legend.
I'm not a legend.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, thanks, man. I was on I-4, main highway in Orlando, and there was, I guess someone cut this guy off. And this guy would tail this car in front of me, would pull in front and slam on the brakes. And the car would, swerve and then move around him and try to get the hell away. And this guy would just keep following this guy, pull in front of him and slam on the brakes. I'm like, this is asinine. Why on earth would people get this much riled up where they have to literally put themselves in harm's way or try to hurt someone else? And I've seen some weird shit down here, man, but that's the one. I mean, I'm sure everyone sees that a lot, but just the way he was doing it, I guess, was just funny as hell. I wasn't, I didn't want anybody to get hurt, but I was laughing like, this is so idiotic what this guy's doing. He must be like 15 years old. I mean, come on. I don't know. What about you guys?
Mr. Fudd?
I definitely have one for the books, my friends. It's another post office story.
Oh, bring it.
Yeah, so I used to drive the 2-ton, so the bigger truck, the big box truck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'd go around do the blue collection boxes, go to UPS stores, pick stuff up, your local pack and ship stores, whatever. I ran around, did all that stuff.
Right.
And I loved doing it, but I was stuck in traffic all day, every day, right? And so this one time, I pull up to a very busy intersection. This is one of the busiest intersections in the zip code, right? So people will do really dumb things when they need to send out mail and they see a mail truck in the middle of nowhere, right?
Sorry.
People do really stupid.
Let me just apologize. I do that all the time, dude.
Okay, cool. So you're one of those people. Yeah. Like one time I went in somewhere to use the bathroom and came out and someone had stuffed like 800 parcels like in my mirror.
Well, no, I wouldn't
just
do it.
Drove off.
No,
like,
I wouldn't do that, dude. No.
But yeah, so this gentleman is halfway through the intersection and notices my big truck sitting there, and he slams on his brake in the middle of the intersection.
Oh my God.
Gets out of his car and walks across the mid intersection.
Oh my
People
God.
are slamming on their brakes. No one hit each other. They're
Oh
sliding
my
everywhere.
God.
And walks over and knocks on my door and he goes, "Can you mail this out for me, sir?"
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, are you kidding? Like, people are honking and screaming at this guy, and he's just like not a care in the world. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And I take it from him, and he gets back in his car and like drives in between everyone that stopped and went on his merry way.
Wow.
I was like, but I mean, like 15 cars where people were out of them and screaming at this guy, horns honking like crazy. I'm like, what is, and you know, I have horrible anxiety, so everyone's staring at me. You know?
Oh yeah, you're on the spot. Yeah.
I know it's not my fault, but please stop looking at the big truck.
That's hilarious, dude.
That was a fun one.
That is amazing.
People do dumb stuff, man.
Boy, they do.
So many people think they're just the center of the world.
I mean, just for the record, my mailman is, if I see him on the other side of the street where he's already passed my house, I'll stop and say, "Hey man, I meant to put these in my box. Sorry." That's
not weird
that's
at
the extent that I do it. I'm not stopping in the middle of fucking freeways. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's normal. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
But you'd be surprised how often stuff, that's the most extreme version.
Wow.
But stuff like that at various levels happened to me almost daily when I was doing that job.
Literally, you'll go in the bathroom and there'll be stuff stuffed in your door.
Oh yeah, people, or there'll be like a row of people waiting, like, "Hey, I didn't want to drive to the post office. Will you take this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can," you know. But like, people would stop on side streets or like literally pull in front of me so I couldn't move and slam on their
What?
brakes, and I'd almost hit them.
Oh my
and then
God.
get out and wave it in the air, "Mr. Mailman, can you take this?" You're like, dude,
Now I understand what going postal means.
you have no idea.
Man, sorry,
it is a
man.
legit thing, man.
I bet it is.
There are people in my office that we worry about every day.
Oh my God.
You clock in and you just look at him and you go, "All right, no backpack today." It's gonna be a good day.
That's good. Oh shit. Hazel, you got an answer?
It wasn't one that I actually saw. I was on the phone. It was during my first month at a job that I had as a call center. And this customer, she had her stuff damaged, and it was furniture. And he ended up basically saying "No, I changed my mind. I want it back," after she already signed the document saying it was damaged and to return it. So basically at that point, the trucking company says, "No, fuck you. Whatever you say is done. We're going to take the stuff back because we're liable for it."
Right.
Well, she's like, "No, I want the stuff." Well, she ended up climbing on front of the fucking truck, and she had me on the phone. This is my
What?
first month
Oh my
in this
God.
call center.
Oh,
And
you're on-
she's,
oh,
talking
God.
to me.
Yes.
Going "They're driving away. I'm on the front of the truck." And
Are
I'm just
you
like,
kidding me?
What do I do? And she's like, "Can you talk to the driver?" I'm like, "Get off the fucking truck."
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then luckily the truck stops. I don't know how far that they drove.
Sure, they probably try to scare. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then she ends up basically climbing onto the side of the truck. She's throwing me at them on the phone and going "Here, talk to the guy," and I'm just
Wow.
"Hey, how are you?" And he's like, "I got this crazy woman on my truck."
How's your day?
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, yeah. So yeah, that was my crazy story, and they ended up driving off with all of her stuff
Jesus.
anyway. So yeah.
I didn't think you'd be able to top Fuds. Wow. I gotta put those right on each. I gotta put those right in line with each other. Those are pretty good. And mine's lame as hell now. So thanks. I just saw just an everyday occurrence in Florida. People, Jesus, the stupid shit people do. Uncle Scumdeath left this question a while ago, and I have to make sure I mention it tonight. Because we have 3 weeks left until Beyond Light, he has a question. He says, "I haven't played Destiny for a few months. Is there anything the game recently Is there anything in the game recently that would make me interested in playing again? I mean, come on, dude. It's Destiny.
No.
What? It's Destiny. Jump in, run the haunted forest, do the evacuation mission. I mean, come on. This is part of the season. Try to get...
Hold off.
No, get some stuff unlocked. A season pass, you need to get to level 45 to get the Cold Denial pulse rifle. That's a great pulse rifle, man.
Something else will come out that's better.
No, the Dark Drinker 2.0. You kidding me? You got to get, I think, to 25 or 30 to get that. No, dude, jump in. Get that stuff unlocked. I mean, you're not going to see it again. I mean, I don't know. And it is good until, I think, light level 1360. So that's 3 seasons at least. I had to answer that because he posted that a while ago, and I felt bad we never had time to get to it. So that's that. Hey,
He was moving anyway.
yeah, well, he was busy moving. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, hey guys, great questions tonight. Man, we had a great turnout.
Absolutely.
Great turnout this week. I mean, everyone just had to hear, Elmer Fudd, and they just flooded it with questions from all over the place.
You have a ton of questions every week.
I know, but
Don't we
still.
have
just
don't we
me.
have another one too?
Yes, we do. All right, we also have a speak pipe this week. So
A speak pipe.
Yeah, speak pipe. It's a way you can send us a message, a little 90-second, kind of a voicemail system, and
Bless.
it goes right to us. We have one from Mr. Arisen Phoenix here. So here we go.
Hey, question for the show. How the fuck are you?
Okay. Short but sweet. Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that, buddy. How much you having to drink there? When we had him on our show, he was drinking I think he went through a whole bottle of wine.
Oh, I believe
That
it.
wasn't him, was it?
Phoenix drank too. I knew you're talking about
Drank wine though.
Yeah, I think he was
I thought you were
drinking.
talking about Nate.
No, Nate Fu did too, but I think Phoenix was drinking too. I think let's just say they both drank a lot on our show.
That man, I caught him on stream one time. He drank so much that he fell asleep on stream, and I have the pictures still.
We've got that story in his interview.
I've heard of that.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
Good.
When we interviewed him, it was one thing we didn't know. What's one thing everyone doesn't know about you, and that's one thing he did mention that story.
Yes.
It was great, man. It was great.
Let's go.
Okay. And we have one more. I got texted this today from an old friend of mine, and this is what he said. First of all, I want to thank you for helping to keep the world running since the lockdowns. I know it's been Christmas season for you guys since March. Know that your hard work has not gone unnoticed or unappreciated. My question is this. How does it feel knowing that the results of what maybe could be the most important election in our lives leans rather heavily on you and your fellow coworkers? Is there a lot of pressure? Do you feel pride? Love and miss you, brother. Stay safe out there. Jay, what do you think, man?
Go vote.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Jay, good to hear from you, buddy.
If you haven't, go do it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Fudd, for fielding those questions with us.
Yeah, I love it.
I always love the answers.
Every moment with you is a gift.
Thank you, man. Well, that brings us to our last part of our show. This is where basically our community hopefully is listening to our Spotify playlist. This is an award-winning playlist now on Spotify and iTunes. It's kind of a little inkling of what all of us like to listen to. And Mr. Fudd, let me start with you, sir. What were your 2 picks this week?
Yeah, so as everyone knows, as I've been a recurring guest on the show, I'll usually pick a regular, song, and then a song that makes me think of the hosts.
Oh, boy.
So to bring some more power metal to the award-winning playlist, I have Bastard Son of Odin by Battle Beast.
Yeah, I listened to it today. It sounded great.
You like that?
I like it.
She has such a power. All right. I'm just.
I've been humming it later.
My, if you have to bleep this, whatever. But my dick is terrified of her.
God.
The power she wields in her voice, I feel like she would literally break me. Listen to the song, you'll understand. All right.
Yeah.
And then a song that makes me think of you guys is 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Good song. Great piano, too.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That was a good pick.
Nice
Nice pick, man. Hazel, what do you got, man?
My first song is...
Wait a minute. I don't even see your songs.
Yeah, he never posted them.
Where the hell's your songs, man?
Like, way back when.
What?
I
No,
put
you
in my
didn't.
First one?
No. Oh, you put in
Oh,
one.
you have half your pick.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see
you only
any.
put in one of them.
I don't see any other picks here. What the hell?
Is
What?
it?
No.
No, you only posted half your pick. Yeah.
God almighty, man. See, Fud? This is what I got to deal with, man.
You know, and I would deal with that any time of the week.
No, he's
That's
putting
a
it in.
great friend to have.
Hazel's typing. He's putting it. Thank you. Thanks, Hazel.
And there it is. He had it all. I don't know why we doubted him. There's
Let
the
me
second one.
let me pin that for you, brother. There you go.
Yeah, I pinned it as well. So, yeah. But I had it. I had it.
Okay.
It was there.
Pinned it, so
I
I
believe
could
you.
repin it.
I believe you. There you go.
I had to find it again for you.
It's been triple pinned. It's been triple pinned.
There you go.
Gentlemen's and scholars. All you do.
Hey, what are your picks, Hazel?
Yeah, nice segue. Songs About Rain by Gary Allen. It's a country song. It's a kind of a sad one, but it's heartfelt. It's from the heart.
Okay.
There's that. And then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum is a short, like a rap song by a guy. He does YouTube videos, actually. Scary stories and things like that. His name is Corpse. He has a very interesting voice. And the song's called White Tea.
Oh, okay. Let's listen to that. Nice. Good deal. Well, I got to do my Casey Kasem impression here. Well, for my first pick. This
Okay, I'm playing Destiny, so
okay, good.
Pretty good.
All right, get your book out. This alt-rock band formed in Bellingham, Washington, 1997. The group's name comes from a song written by the group Bonzo Dog, Doodah Band. All our Brits will probably know who I'm talking about here. It was originally a feature on a British television show, Do Not Adjust Your Set. If you do want it if you want to go look it up, it's Series 1, Episode 7. As well as the Beatles movie, Magical Mystery Tour. And this song is not on any of their 9 studio albums. In fact, it's their latest single from 2019. And it's the song To the Ground by the indie alt-rock band Death Cab for Cutie. Thought that was cool how their name was brought about. I was researching that. It was pretty cool. And I did have another pick tonight, but I decided on this band instead. I was inspired by a certain show I watched on Netflix. This, for my second pick, this American rock band formed in Athens, Georgia, when 4 friends and students of the University of Georgia, after jamming out in the basements, decided to give gigging at clubs full-time a try, and they never looked back. Funny thing is, they ended up selling over 90 million albums over time and became one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time. Unfortunately, the band amicably broke up in 2011 to pursue their solo careers. So my song pick tonight is off their 8th album, Automatic for the People, from 1992, which coincidentally is the year I got married. Of all the songs to choose from, and man, I had to really look through everything they had, this was one of my favorite songs from them, and the song is Drive. It's from a group you might know that Nirvana viewed as the band that started all the alt-rock movement. It's R.E.M. I had another song, like I said, picked out tonight, but once I saw that special on with R.E.M. on it on Netflix, I couldn't pass it up. As requested, Mrs. Gator has chosen a song for this week, and this is what she says. Much to my displeasure, I grew up being forced to listen to country music. I wasn't a fan of country then, and I'm not a fan now, but I definitely appreciate the message of this song. And her song is called Country My Ass by Dale Watson. Man, you talk about old school country. This was, by the way, this Dale Watson actually starred in that indie film we watched called The Yellow Rose. And this was a song that we found out about from the movie. And you got to listen to it. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. He does not like the new contemporary country movement, and he tells everyone about it. Zan actually had a pick this week, and
Let's go, Zanny.
He picked this song, he said, because of the Hispanic Heritage Month is coming to a close. And Mars Volta really kind of drove my music taste at the end of high school and the beginning of college. Formed out of members from past hardcore band at the drive-in, they really dig into their creativity and came up with something very special. And their song is Via Viesquez. I'm not saying, I'm butchering that, but it's the Mars Volta. And it's from 2005. You know, everyone... what I usually do after every show is I'll post a video in our music section of our Discord of at least one of each of our picks here tonight. So look for that. I'll try to post that out when the show comes up. Guys, I think that's a wrap. That's another episode in our collection. For you listeners out there, we have 65 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So if you're new to finding out about us, look at those past episodes, and there's some really great interviews in there. That's the best part of this show. I love interviewing people. But just a bit of housekeeping before we go. Just a quick reminder that we do have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you to be a part of it. If you're looking to find a clan, especially before Beyond Light arrives, now would be a good time to jump in, get to know some of these great gamers that are in our Discord and in our clan. We're not hardcore. Like I said, we do a little bit of everything. We're kind of a mix of everybody. So if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find the link. Otherwise, look for it in our show notes. Sometimes I'll put it there. And it's Guardian Downcast, or DOWN is our call sign. All we do ask is that you do join our Discord, because that's how we usually communicate. Mm-hmm. Mr. Fudd, thank you, brother. I had a great time tonight.
Of course.
I'm always.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure, man.
Cool.
Go for it.
I mean, just on like for sure, if you are, with this release coming, you guys could be the DDU that was to me to someone else, as someone's looking for information who might be looking into playing Destiny. So if you're that listener, for sure, look these guys up. There's so many great people in the community on the Discord and in their clan. Like, it's a great place to be, to learn, to meet really cool people that probably have same interests as you. And I just want to double down on that. Like, definitely hit these guys up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It could happen. This could be the moment where someone looks up Destiny and you pop up first.
That's how Jealous found us. He said we were the first thing to come up when he looked for Destiny Clan or Destiny podcast. So yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, sir.
I mean every word of it. You guys are incredible.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You well.
We do. The check is in the mail, I swear.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
And I know the mail never messes up.
My bot's short circuiting. My bot that does my check writing is short circuiting. Sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta. He's out for maintenance. As soon as he comes back from maintenance, I'll get it squared away. Hey, man, we had a great time tonight. Yes. And you want to share maybe where people can? I'm not going to say it. Where people can maybe find you out there in the Universe.
What were you gonna say?
How they can get a hold of you?
Oh,
I remember everything, brother.
You can find me by the same name pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. I've been pushing TikTok a little more because that's a really fun thing that I didn't think I'd get into.
Nice.
Because I had pre-notions of it, and then once I jumped in, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought at all. All those places, especially, Twitch and Twitter, at ElmmerFuddGames. MMD.
There it is.
My favorite part. Good deal.
I don't get to do it very often, so it's really fun to do that.
Good, man. That's why we keep having you back. Hell yeah. Aww. Hazel, how can everybody find you, sir?
I just want to say I'm drunk. I'm good.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I'm Hazel, NT, anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, love that branding, man. You can contact me via the Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that is GATR. You can also find me on YouTube, Steam, PS4, Gator, GATR, all caps, underscores in between, and Gator Space, GDC on Xbox. You can find our podcast wherever you use a podcast app. Or if you want to listen to our episodes directly, right online, you can go to GuardianDowncast.com, where you can pick out any episode you like. It's all right there. You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. And we're on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast for show questions. Whatever you guys want to talk to us about. Or like I said, just visit guardiandowncast.com for all the deets. We have a bunch of great gamers in our Discord as well, as Mr. Fudd was just talking about here. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and I always post a Discord link in our show notes as well. So just look for that. And we're now on Instagram. Just search for Guardian_Down_cast. And like I said, we're trying to start adding things relating to our show and our guest. And Mr. Fudd, is it okay if we post that picture of your new streaming setup?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good deal, man. I can't wait to put that in there. And then we're going to put Hazel's setup in there as well. Then we can compare.
I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture of the first setup I ever
Do
had.
it. That'd be
it's the ultimate, like,
before and after.
before. It's, oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
be in like a lazy boy chair next to the TV.
Oh, yes.
With like a touch lamp with no camera. And
Wait a minute. Did you have like a lamp and you elbowed your cat and the cat broke the lamp over? Did it ever happen to you?
That definitely happened to me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal.
Rite of passage.
I guess so.
When I moved to like PC streaming, I had like a TV tray everything was sitting on with like a slightly smaller TV tray to the side.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Please find that. That'd be so
I'll
cool.
find those for you.
Thanks, man. Hey, everyone, if you like what you're listening to, do us a big favor. Spread the word out there. Hit that share button on your podcast app. Let everybody know about us. We appreciate everything you guys and gals out there do for us, so thank you. Big thank you from all of us. Continue to be safe, everybody. Wear that mask in public, please. It's not over yet, so please do that. It's such an easy way to prevent all this madness that's going on right now.
And there's some really styling masks out there now.
I'm looking them up. I'm trying to get a gator mask. They're in such high demand here. They're hard to find.
Oh, man, it's so good.
Yeah, I love it, man. There's LED ones?
Yeah. Oh, my God. There's ones that are like, you can program messages to scroll across your mouth.
I will be Googling this tonight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah, buddy.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Guardians out.
Wrong podcast.
Sorry.
Damn it. No. You wrote a song? Let's hear it, man.
Oh, shit. I'll do this. I'll do you a song right now.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Lyrics coming at you. Rhyming structure. Destiny. Podcast. Yes, and information. Twab.
I hope you fuck forever. Yeah.